What's going on, guys? On this episode of the podcast, we have the hilarious Kelly Joe. So I hope you guys enjoy listening to this episode of the podcast. All right. We're good.
All right.
Kelly.
Kelly Joe.
Kelly Joe. Oh, Kelly Joe.
Kelly Joe and Nathan.
Nathan. Nat.
Nathan.
Nat.
My sister always makes fun of me because I'm always like, yeah, I got to go to Nathan's. She's like,
Nathan's.
Nathan. Why do you call him Nathan? I go, because that's what I call him.
That's what I call him. Nat. That's what I get called, is Nat.
Nat.
Well, as you know.
As I know.
So
it's good to be here today
yeah, it's a little different.
on the Nate Show.
I mean, it's a little weird, you know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
got the headphones and thing. I told Robbie the same thing. I was like, it's a little bit, because you hear yourself and you're like, is this what I sound like? Oh my God.
Well, I knew I sounded like a guy, so that's nothing new. when I hear myself on video and shit, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Who's that person?
Who's that fucking man? I'm like, it's fucking me. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'll no longer speak on video.
The whole family says that. My mom says it.
Yeah.
She says it all the time.
Now I just go when I'm recording the kids.
Yeah,
You know what I
saying
mean?
nothing.
Sign language.
That's what my mom,
Get
she
the fuck
goes,
out, yeah.
don't. I sound like a man. I'm like, Ma, you don't sound like a man. You sound fine.
I mean, we're used to it, but you know what I mean? We're used to it. So so to us, it's okay. But to them, yeah, My mom gets called a guy all the time.
Really?
She's ordering pizza, and she's like, yeah, can I get the...
Is
sir.
she drinking, though?
No.
Oh, is she
All
sober?
right, sir, your total is this. She's like, they fucking did it again. And I'm like,
Did it again.
let it go, Ma.
Does she say anything to the person on the phone? Or no?
No, she won't.
No.
Even at the drive-thru. Fuck, we go to the drive-thru. Yeah, can I get all right, sir, your total? She's like, they did it again. I'm like, just get used to it. Just get over it. What are you bothered about?
I can't believe it. I'd be pissed.
I mean, she does. She gets pissed, but I'm like, just get over
I'd say something.
it.
I'd be like, I'm not a fucking guy. I'm a woman, okay, dick?
Well, what are they going to say? All right, well, fine then, Harry. Drink some tea every morning. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah, my mom says it all the time. She's like, I sound like a man. I don't sound like a woman.
Right? It's
I'm like,
fuck.
no, you do. You sound like a woman. I don't know. You sound fine.
So at work, you got to put on your customer service. Hi, thanks for calling.
I know. I don't do that.
Let me get my Femi on.
I did customer service for a little bit at home. It was like an at-home customer service thing it was like an outsourced company, but it was for Meijer. We don't have one here, but I think they have one in Milwaukee and the one in Rockford. And that sucked.
Did it really?
Fuck yeah.
I was
I was at
like,
home, but people would call me and they'd be like, I didn't get my 20 cents off. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
A, Mary.
I know. And then like, well, can you look up? So I look up their information and I'm like, okay, I don't see it here, but well, I mean, whatever. I'm like, I don't see the information. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I can't do anything. Well, I go, well, what's your PIN? Well, I don't know it. Well, I can't. And then they bitch at me. And then I get yelled at. And then my boss would call me. You didn't.
What happened?
You didn't help that customer. And I'm like, because they didn't know their PIN. Well, you have to help them. You told me that I couldn't help them if they didn't have their PIN. And then I get in trouble for it. No, I did that for like 2 months, and that sucked.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was at home, so it was cool because you were at
Yeah.
home. But that phone just rang.
That's kind of, you're watching Jerry Springer. Thanks for calling that. You know what I mean? Like, God damn, let me push pause. You motherfucker.
Yeah, and
I
then-
was just about to find out who the fucking dad was. And here you are. All right, let's...
And then you go to
Yeah.
press play, and it didn't fucking pause, and you're like, God damn it, it's over. Yeah. No, it just wasn't. It wasn't that great. I don't know. It kind of sucked.
Right.
The customer service thing
I was
sucked.
thinking about doing that, but I'm like, nah, fuck that shit, dude. You'll be in the house all day, and then it's like, kids fucking come home, you're in the house again. It's like, fuck that shit. I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
I got to be away from you, the phone.
I'm not a customer service guy anyway.
Well,
I can't. Like with the CBD stuff, people will email me, your gummies were a bit sugary. And I want to email them back and say, then don't fucking eat them. But
right,
I don't.
but you can't, yeah.
Yeah, so I email them back and I'm like, I'm sorry, that they were a little sugary, we're working on, because I'm working on less sugar. So the
Right,
reason they're
right.
sugar is so they don't stick together in the
Oh,
bag.
right. Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
not because I want to put sugar on them. But
Right, that makes sense.
Right. So before I did the sugar, I would add a little bit of oil to them, so they were just a little oily because it helps them not stick. And then people whined about that. Well, they were a bit oily, and we don't know what the substance is. And I'm like, it's MCT oil, so it's good for you. It's not bad for you. Yeah.
Right.
I have people email me all the time about stuff. Well, the buds that you sold, they weren't trimmed very well, and I'm like,
You got scissors, don't you? In your junk drawer.
oh,
Wipe
my
'em
God,
off. I know you got
can't.
'em.
I want to just,
Wipe them off.
but I'm nice, but I
Right,
want to be
right.
really mean.
Right.
I'm 100% not a customer service guy. Like when we go somewhere, if something's wrong, I get really pissed, and Haley's like, I'll take care of it, because I get mad because I'm
Right.
like, look, your job. You have one job. That's all you have. And you like if we go to McDonald's, which we don't. I haven't eaten I've eaten fries, but I haven't eaten anything else from McDonald's in probably 10 years. So
Shit, good for you.
yeah, but we'll go to McDonald's and get a large fry with a mac sauce, and they'll give us a bag, and it'll have like a fucking toaster, or a Pop-Tart in there. And I'm like, you don't even sell Pop-Tarts. How the
What
fuck
the
did a Pop-Tart get in the bag? No.
I'm going there now because
Yeah.
I'd like a Pop-Tart.
So then I go in, and they're like, oh, I'm really sorry. We're just, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to hear the fucking story, okay? Just fix the goddamn thing.
Make it right. Give me the
Just-
sauce.
But they have, like, I don't get it. Like, I get it. Haley works, obviously,
Right.
she's the Culver's thing. So she gets it, like if
Right.
somebody puts an order in. But it's hard for me. Like, if you go to a restaurant and you tell the waitress, exactly. And she writes it down. She wrote it down. Like, you saw her write it down. And then you come
Right.
back and she gives you not what you ordered. You're like,
Did you see the number 9 on the table?
right?
Put
Like,
that
what-
on there.
like, oh, I'm sorry. This is supposed to go to table 12. Okay, well,
Or number 2.
right. How'd you fuck that up? So I'm not the guy on the other end. So like if I was in customer service and somebody came up to me and bitch and I go,
Shut the
fuck
fuck
off.
up.
Right. Get out. Go. I'm not even giving
You're
you the
not
right
getting
food.
an extra fucking fry, fat ass.
Right.
You don't need one.
Right. Just because I gave you the wrong stuff, I'm not giving you the right stuff. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Go.
I had a kid one time come up to me. I was working at fucking Wendy's, and I had him come up. He got like a 4-piece nugget. The motherfucker came up, and he's like, he ate his fucking nuggets.
Yeah.
Of course he did. And then,
Yeah.
he comes up, and there was a fry in my box. Fuck you want me to do, asshole? Eat it.
Did he really complain about the
He
fry in the
really
box?
fucking did. I wouldn't make that up, dude. There was a fry in there. You ain't getting a fucking nugget, fat ass. Eat the
So he was-
goddamn fry.
was he trying to
Call
get
that your treat.
a free.
I think he was trying to get a free another 4-piece. I'm
It's
like,
crazy. People do some weird stuff.
listen, I know you're still hungry, but tell your ma to send you with $1.04, and you can get another one.
They gotta
And
get
you know what? I'll throw you 2 fries in there next time.
They got to get their shit
know-
right too. Like I feel like people don't like. Haley had a couple come through the drive-through one night, and Haley wasn't there. Well, one of the managers called Haley, and they're like, "Hey, there's somebody in the drive-through right now, and they're saying that they had called and they were supposed to get a free this or that." And Haley goes, "Okay, well, ask them who told them that. Like, who
Right.
told them they were gonna." So then they go, "Well, I think it was what they say, like some blonde-haired
Some
something
girl that don't work
right."
there.
And Haley
shit.
and Haley goes, "We don't we don't have anybody that works there of that that
Right.
has that hair that way or
That
whatever."
description, yeah.
Right. So but Haley goes, go ahead and give them 50% off. Right. Haley goes, go ahead and give them 50% off. So then she goes back. The manager doesn't go, I give 50% off. And then they were like, well, we don't have any money. And it's like, so that it's like you
Right.
came through saying that somebody the other night was, and then they just drove off. They were pissed.
Crack is back, baby. What can I tell you?
Yeah. I thought they had a kid in the back too, but I can't remember.
Damn.
But yeah, Haley she's got all kinds of stories,
Oh, I believe it.
like dealing with people.
I believe it.
People are fucking like,
They're crazy about that fucking food. People get fucking crazy. I hate working fast food or anything to do with food.
yeah.
I won't ever do it again. I'm like, I can't. No.
It really, it's seriously like Haley tells me, I just can't. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to fucking do it. I tell them, like, she gets the old people, and look, whatever if you're old, but they go, aren't they supposed to get the discount for
Senior discount.
Right, it's
Mhm.
5 cents. Like, listen, that 5 cents it's not gonna make or break you, but
Penny loafers.
to them, it's for real. Like I think there was one time that there was I don't know if it was an old woman or old man, but they came back up and they said, hey, we never got our senior discount. And Haley goes, okay. So she goes back, and it was literally like 5 or 10 cents. She had to refund them like 5 or 10 cents.
And they were happy with that.
Yeah. I think they were just ecstatic about it. They left that store doing fucking jumping jacks.
I got a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like they went home,
gotta have a deal.
They went, Mary, I got a deal. I could save 10 cents on that burger.
They almost got me, but I went back. Right?
They almost got me.
What are they thinking? Young punks.
They almost did it, but they can't pull it over me. But I backed into the pole on the way out.
I've been working this country for, you know what I mean? All my life, ever since I was 12. Yeah.
They do that. That's exactly what they do. They go, well, I've worked here. I've done this. And I'm like, well, I know, but it's 2019 and people don't give a shit. So people don't care. Or they go, well, back in my day. And I'm like, we're not
this
in
ain't
your
that.
Right, we're not in your day. We're in my day.
I don't see any horse and buggy out there.
Yeah.
This ain't that.
My dad does that. He kind of lives a little bit back.
Yeah.
Well, back in my day, Camaro cost $1,000. I'm like, yeah, well, now it costs $50.
Yeah. I know it's crazy. It's crazy to think like how times have changed, technology, everything. It's like, it's so cool, but it's just like, could you imagine being your parent and there was no cell phone? So like, like I think Uncle Tom had the big block cell phone. You know what I mean? That thing, man, you could do some damage if you know what I mean? That thing's a weapon. So, I mean, it's crazy to think about. Like, they had black and white TV, and even before they had TV, and then it's like black and white TV, then they had the color TV, and then it's like a cell phone, and then like, went from the fat like Nokia phones to just a touch screen. And it's like, can you imagine their thoughts? Like, how's this possible? Like, what does it do? It's just like,
I feel like I always tell Haley, like, if I was back in that day,
it's just crazy.
Dude, I would have went
what I mean?
nuts. Everything was so cheap. Like you could go out and buy a brand new car for $1,000. You can't now.
Right.
I mean, you're
gonna get a putter.
Yeah, you're gonna get a car that doesn't run.
Yeah, that's true.
Trust me, you go on the Facebook Marketplace, them motherfuckers like,
you
listen.
get a steering wheel and the frame.
Yeah, they're like, we ain't got no engine, doesn't have no tires, but we want $2,500.
Radio works.
Yeah, right. But the radio works.
You got any cassettes? If not, I'll throw 5 in.
Right. It's not a CD player though.
Right.
It's the 08 track. And
it's just cool. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just like, okay, from that time to here, it's like, imagine their thoughts. Like now it's like, okay, well, imagine what else they're going to come up with. Like, well, it's so cool. It's just like, when are the flying cars coming around?
It's cool, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Old people don't know what they're doing. The people that were born in like, 50s and 60s and 40s, most of them are like, oh, a smartphone. And then they have to get one because the flip phones are like obsolete. So they have to get one and they don't know what they're doing. And they're like, well, I don't know what
because they're dumb.
Well, I don't know. Right.
The phone is smart. They're not. You know what I mean? No.
It's like I went over to your mom's. I think my mom was over there partying, but we went over there to say hi, and your mom was asking me questions about her phone. She's like, I don't know. I keep on getting these things, and I'm like, well, you probably got a virus on there, I'm probably, downloading apps or whatever. And she's like, I don't know how to do this. Or she goes, see, it popped up on the screen again. And I have Apple, so I don't really know how to work an Android very well. Like I don't really know how they work, and that's what she had. And I was like, well, I'm not sure how to fix that. My mom asks me all the time too. She goes, I can't even unlock my phone. And
that's
I'm like,
funny.
Ma. And she goes, I don't know. And I'm like, have you been downloading stuff from the internet that you probably shouldn't download?
Well, no, I don't know.
Right. She goes, well, I don't think so.
You don't know what you've been doing.
Right. And I'm like, well, you don't think so. So
that's probably a strong yeah.
I mean, she's now she's good, but when my parents first got smartphones.
Oh, I know. My mom used to get pissed. She, to go back, and to tap things, she'd be like, really? Just hitting that thing, and I'm like, pretty sure you're doing some damage on that thing. You just gotta touch it. Yeah, you don't have to hurt it.
Just touch it. Yeah.
Fucking phone. I miss my flip phone. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go back to that for a little while. Let's see how you do.
My mom and dad's are all cracked. Their screens are cracked.
Oh man, it's great.
Well, it is because like I'll call my mom and she goes, "This fucking thing." She goes, "I don't know, just fucking cricket. It fucking slow me down after my data cap or some shit."
Right? I always use mine up. You know, I'm like, fuck, man.
See,
Goddamn YouTube.
I don't know. I had Sprint,
Music.
and then I just switched to U.S. Cellular, and it was supposed to be unlimited, but I don't know
All right.
because I can't. I don't know. Like I never done cricket or like the T-Mobile stuff or anything. Because you got to buy the phone. I don't want to fucking buy the phone right out.
No, yeah.
Well, because I got the new Apple. It's like $1,200. Oh fuck, I can't do that.
Oh,
I mean,
damn. So you got a contract.
Yeah, so I pay the the $41 a month for the phone, and then after I don't know, it's like was it 20 months or something you own it or something like that. That's what I did with that. So we got that in Florida. Or no, we got that when we got back from Florida, and then I just paid it off because I only owe like $200 on it. And then I tried to shut Sprint off, but they're stupid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I fucking called in. They said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna disconnect it," and the phone didn't get disconnected. Then I chatted with them. "Oh yeah, we're gonna and then they didn't disconnect it. Then I go to the store in the mall, and the store manager goes, he doesn't even know how to read the bill. He didn't even know how to read the bill on my account.
What was he, 80 years old?
No, he was a young guy, and then he was like, he was a dick. So when I walked out, I was like, "You guys need to learn how to do your fucking jobs." And then I flipped him off as I walked out because I was pissed. I said, I was like, "Fuck you." I was like, "You know what? You guys need to learn how to do your fucking jobs. Like, it's not that hard to read a fucking bill. Like, I can read the fucking bill. I'm telling you how the bill works, and I don't even fucking work here. You're the store manager." And then the one guy answers his iPad for a fucking FaceTime.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, dude, you're in the middle of helping us. How fucked up is this place?
Where's that at?
Sprint in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Damn.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys?
Don't fuck, dude. They suck
We won't
too.
be sprinting to your store.
No, so I went to U.S. Cellular because that's where Haley's at, and I don't know. That's what we had before we left for Florida, so I don't know. And I didn't have to pay for the phone. I just went online. I paid $68, and then they just mailed me the phone, and then I just then you pay your monthly bill. Because I don't want to go buy a phone, and I'm an Apple guy, so I'm not. And I don't know if Cricket do they carry Apple?
Yeah, they do.
Do they? But you got to buy it. See, that's the thing. You got to buy the phone outright.
Well, I don't. Unless you're getting like a contract, then.
Oh, okay. So it's
You know what I mean?
different.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. I don't do contracts. My life is all over. Who knows when I'll have the money? Okay, I got a couple kids. There's a dog involved. You know what I mean?
There's this guy that lives with me. Listen, the whole thing is I wake up and then I go to bed and I wake up again and I think that something's different, but it's not. It's just the same thing.
The same shit.
I got
shit.
a couple kids. Ugh, things
Don't know how many. There's a lot of them.
Things get a little rocky.
They're all over.
I don't know if one of my kids has a kid. I don't know what's going on.
We don't even know who they are. I don't want to know them. Some days I'm just like, get me the fuck out. I need out of here. I'm like, I don't want to be around you. Love you. Definitely not you. I got to get out.
I don't know. Haley wants to have a kid. And I'm like.
Kids are awesome though. Like, you hear me say all this stuff. Like, yeah, they're stressful and stuff like that. But really, they're so cool. It's so cool to see like yourself and a kid, and you're like,
I don't want to see myself. Ooh, I definitely don't want a boy.
Yeah.
If we ever have a kid, I can't have a boy.
What? Why?
Not a.
Boys are cool. See, all my boys are chill.
I take more.
My daughter is just like me, and I'm like, ugh.
I take more to.
Don't want to be around that.
To girls, I don't know. I take more to a woman or like a girl.
Right. See, I didn't really know how annoying I was until I realized my daughter is just like me.
Just
I'm like
you.
Get away from me now.
No, you were pretty annoying. I mean, I remember you when you were a kid.
I mean, you were too. I mean, oh shit, yeah. And I guess I really didn't think about it until I think my youngest and my oldest, they're both fucking annoying as hell. I mean, they're annoying as fuck. Like, all my kids are like funny as hell. They all have like that one trait, like in me. They're all funny as hell. But like those two, oh my god, they got so much energy. My middle two boys just chill. They're cool, chill. Give them a game.
You got
four.
Yeah.
1 girl, 3 boys. Boys are definitely easier than girls. She always wants to do something. She always wants to eat something. She's got to go somewhere. It's like, fuck, man.
Well, she wants to have. I don't know if I can have. I don't know if I can have kids. I've done a lot of damage.
Oh.
to that section of my body when I skateboarded. So
Oh.
I've I've bled from places I didn't know you could bleed from.
Ouch.
I've had things swell up that didn't know they could swell up.
Whoa.
I've pissed blood many times.
That hurts.
So I don't know. I'm not sure. If,
Damn, dude.
if it's even, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know.
So you haven't tried then?
No, well, I mean, it's not like we use protection, but she is on the pill.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. But I think she's got some issues too, though. She's going to see a doctor here soon. I think she's got something. I don't know. She seems to think she can't have kids, but see, she carries the other thing too about a boy is she carries a hemophilia gene. Well, she would have to get tested, but like her little brother's hemophilia, and then 2 of her uncles are hemophilias. So, and only a woman can carry it, but only a boy can get it.
Oh, okay.
Girls can get it, but it's called something different. It's not called the same thing. But
okay.
she carries the gene to give it to a boy, and that's a rough life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it like?
So some hemophilias are like bleeders, outside bleeders. So if you cut them, they it just bleeds. It doesn't stop bleeding.
Oh wow.
But her family more internal. So like if her Uncle Bryce walks for too long, he'll get an ankle bleed. So his ankle will actually bleed, but on the inside.
Oh wow, so that's dangerous.
Yeah, and then he'll have to give himself a treatment to.
Oh my god, that's kind of scary.
It is. So like her brother had he's had, I don't know, he's been in the hospital a lot.
For it? Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
So is she an inside bleeder or outside?
He's
her.
Haley?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. So she just carries it. She's not actually,
she carries it.
Right.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
And then but it only gets passed to a boy.
Oh,
But girls
okay.
can get it, but it's something else. It's not hemophilia. I think it's called
okay.
something else. So her brother, yeah, he's had many brain bleeds.
Oh wow.
Ankle bleeds, elbow bleeds. He had what was it? He was sick one time, and he ended up getting his brain just like swelled up. You know what I mean? He ended up getting a brain bleed. They had to go to UW. Spent a couple of weeks up there.
Damn, dude, that's scary.
Yeah, he was at just recently. This was like probably, I don't know, 8 months ago. He was his girlfriend was having a birthday party at Rockport Park there, or Peace Park.
Yep.
And there was some kids at the pool, and they just like came over and joined in the birthday party, and everybody's like, we don't know who you are. So they started fighting people, these kids that came over and just joined. Well, they kicked him or punched him in his head. He ended up getting a brain bleed. Had to go spend 3 or 4 days up in UW. Yeah, the fucked up thing is, the real fucked up thing is ambulances and some hospitals don't have their medication.
That's crazy.
So like the ambulance that came to Peace Park didn't have his factor, and Mercy didn't have his factor.
So you had to go.
So me and Haley and her uncle had to go pick it up from their house and then take it to them so they could administer it. But you have
That's
to, when you administer, you gotta it's weird when you have to put 2 things together, and the way you move it has to be a certain way so it mixes right.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's really weird. And her family, I never knew about it, but her Uncle Bryce was skiing one time, and I feel like he broke his shin, like his bone, like completely in half when he was skiing. Well, he's a hemophilia, so he started bleeding, and I can't remember. I feel like I can't remember if he got med flighted when that happened, but he's literally, they're like taking the skis off his leg that's just fucking mangled, and he's got to give himself a treatment so he doesn't fucking die.
That's scary.
Same with
dude.
her Uncle David. He was in Mexico moving a boat out of the water, and the boat hit his knee, and it broke his knee. Well,
Damn.
they had to fly medicine from UW-Madison all the way down to Mexico.
Holy shit, dude! How long did that take?
I don't know, but they like didn't have the right factor down there to treat it.
That's crazy. Why in the fuck would they not have that?
Yeah, it's like a lot of hospitals don't carry it, or they don't, and I'm like, so it's weird. Like the ambulances, like you don't, like I get it that maybe you treat 1 out of every 100 a year, but still like that
you think
one
that
person.
You'd have that.
Yeah, like Mercy didn't even have his factor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely crazy because like when he got meningitis, that's what he got sick with, and it gave him a brain bleed.
Oh damn.
And I think he spent a couple weeks up in UW for that, and it's expensive.
Right.
Like he's probably had millions of dollars in bills, all paid for though from hemophilia foundations.
Oh wow.
like his factor, I think, is paid for because it's expensive. I think just to get like a box of it's like 50 grand or some shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's got to like stay in the fridge. It's
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's fucked up. So she carries it. I think she carries it at a 50%. So I think it's like 50-50. Because her grandma had two. Her grandma has two boys that are hemophilia, and then her mom's the only, which is Haley and her brother from her mom, and her brother's hemophilia. So I think if we had a boy, the chances would be pretty high.
Damn.
And it's a shitty life. Like you got to be careful. You can't play rough sports.
That sucks, dude.
I mean, you can, but you just got to be able to treat yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like her brother couldn't, his veins are hard to find, so he had a port, put in like through his chest so that they could administer it that way. I don't know if he still has it because I think he's given himself treatments now, but that's hard. Like you have to put a needle in your own arm. Ugh, I don't know if probably couldn't do that. I don't like needles anyway.
I'd pass out.
Fuck yeah.
I'd straight pass out.
I went to get my blood work done. I didn't eat all day. I'm like, I'm fucking sick to my stomach. I can't eat. I go in there. I'm like, what are the chances of me throwing up? And the lady's like, they're probably pretty high. You
You're
haven't
gonna
eaten.
pass out.
I'm like, oh fuck. I didn't though. Luckily, I made it through. But it was only 2 vials.
Right? You gotta look away.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I'm like, it's so bad. I'm like, it's so bad. She's like, I'm done. I'm like, she's like, I'm done. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow, that was quick.
Right?
Thank God.
Yep. I know I used to be scared of needles, but then I grew up.
Oh, I didn't.
My sister, well, I wasn't until my sister, we went to, how you get your school vaccines and stuff for school.
Yeah.
So we go with Aunt Lisa, my sister, my mom, and I think Timmy. Maybe it wasn't Timmy. I don't remember them being there, but I don't know why we were with Aunt Lisa. But we went to Wilson School.
Okay.
And, everybody goes in to get their shots. And so, she's over here hyping me up. And my mom doesn't even know it. My mom's talking to Lisa. She's talking away, and she's over here. Oh, man, you're getting the tetanus shot. And I'm like, yeah, so what? And she's like, oh, yeah, man, that's the biggest needle. That's the biggest shot. And I'm like, all right. And she's like, yeah, it's going to hurt. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. Look at it when you see, I'm like, oh, I was like, all right. So now I'm getting fucking nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and there's a whole bunch of people, it's like, there's a whole bunch of people there. Kids can see you getting your shot.
Yeah.
I think it's different nowadays. You just go to your pediatrician and get your shots.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to the schools.
I don't think so. Well, I think you can get some at the churches and stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know if it's the same as like I just go to my kid's doctor and they give them their shot there. But back then
you let them get their vaccines or whatever they're supposed to get.
Yeah. So then so I'm sitting in the chair and I'm starting to fucking freak out here. You know what I mean? I'm like I'm sitting there and I notice like my breaths are getting a little, I can't really breathe like that.
Panic.
Yeah. And I'm starting to get hot. I'm, my hearing's, it's just going down, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and so, all right, they're cleaning it up and they're going to, and I'm like,
oh my God.
Just looking at it, and I'm like, and I was like, and then, and then so she gave it to me and then I'm like, I can't breathe. And then, and my mom's like, what? And then, my mom's like, oh, knock it off. And Lisa's like, look at her, something's wrong. Look, and then I'm like, I can't be. And there's a little kid next to me. I mean, smaller than me.
He's doing great.
He's just looking at me like, I look over, I'm fucking, and this kid's not even phased, just looking at me like, look at this fucking pussy. Yeah. And then, so I'm freaking out. They set me over in another chair and, my mom's embarrassed.
Oh my!
She's pissed at me. She don't give a fuck that I passed it. She's pissed. She's pissed that I embarrassed her. So she's sitting there and I'm like, I give you, and then I'm like, and she's like, knock it off, Kelly. And I'm like, I need the water. So she gets a little drink, and I'm like, and she taps her little fingers in there and right at me, and I'm like, stop it. No, you know what I mean? No, I didn't pass out. But my sister, what the fuck? So then my mom's pissed. We're leaving, and she's like, can't believe you did that, Kelly. And I'm like,
she's so mad at you.
Yeah, she's mad at me. I'm like, it was her fault. It was Chrissy's fucking fault.
I can't believe you embarrassed me.
I'm like, she's the one. She told me it was going to be this and that, and it's going to hurt. And she's like, Chrissy, you freaking, I'm just like, never again will I listen to you. So that's the day that I stopped trusting my sister.
Wow.
So when she tells me, "Oh, yeah, shh," I'm not listening to you anymore. We know what you do. You know what I mean?
When I got in my car accident when I was like 16, I think. I got rushed to Mercy, and I remember
I didn't know about that.
yeah, I got hit on my passenger side from a Tahoe. He was going like 60. I got fucked up.
Damn, dude. You were driving your car?
I was driving it was like a red little 4-door Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, and I was going to take my girlfriend at the time out for breakfast. It was like 8 a.m, and so
was she with you?
No,
Oh,
she
that's good.
was at home. She lived in Broadhead, and I was on H. It was like H and A, and so I'm not like a whole God type of guy. You know, we were raised that way, but I'm not really. There's too many questions that are unanswered about the whole situation.
Right.
But when I turned onto the road, I never wore my seatbelt, and something was like, "Dude, you should put your seatbelt on." So I put my fucking seatbelt on, and I was smoking at the time. And I remember I stopped at the stop sign, and we have stop signs, but they don't. So it's another highway. And next thing you know, I don't know, I woke up on a stretcher.
Oh, damn.
Like, I don't know
dude.
what happened. I woke up on a stretcher, and I was like, "Oh, strap the fuck down," and I was pissed. I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know, like, I'm not. And all the paramedics like, "You need to relax, calm down. You were just in a car accident." And I'm like,
So you were in the hospital at that time?
No, I woke up.
You were
I was cold, man. It was
going
like,
into the ambulance?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they put me in the back of the ambulance, and then all of a sudden I just heard them like slam on the gas and shit, and they hit the sirens and like rushing down the
fuck,
road.
dude. So that had to be scary.
Well, so I'm pissed. I'm like out of it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, let me. And I couldn't move anything, not any part of my body.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't even move my head. And I was like, let me the fuck up. You know, it's been like, "Sir, you were in a car accident. We don't know what kind of injuries or the extent of the injuries you have. You know, you just need to relax." So my phone rang, and I was like, give me my fucking phone, and answer my shit. So they answered it and put it up to my ear, and it was my girlfriend, and she's like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I'm in the back of a fucking ambulance. I was fucking driving. I don't know. I got in an accident." And the paramedic goes, "Okay, you need to get off the phone now." He takes the phone back and he goes, we don't know the extent of his injuries. We're taking him to this hospital if you need to come. Well, then I started coming. I was going in and out. So then I was starting to get real fucked up, and my temperature started to drop.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like shivering. Well, then they started slapping me in my face and shit
Oh, fuck.
to keep me awake, because I could have slipped into a coma, I guess, or
Right.
because I was concussed. And then all of a sudden it was weird. It was very like movie-ish, because I was like, when they brought me into Mercy, all I saw was like the lights, like toot, 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 toot.
So you could say that you've actually been in a movie.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird. It was like, and they're
So
rushing.
you weren't scared?
I was so out of it. I was like just so out of it. I didn't know what the fuck was happening, and they're like running me down this hallway, and I was just like,
Damn,
just
dude.
saw these lights, and then they're like, "Okay, we have to transfer him." So then they transfer me off this stretcher onto this bed, and then all of a sudden there's these doctors and shit, and I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm still going in and out, and the doctor's like, "You gotta stay awake, son. You gotta stay awake. We gotta." And they're like pulling shit out of the side of my face, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, man. I'm like freaking out. They're shoving needles in my arms. I'm like, "Oh my god!" So then they call my parents, and of course they're freaking out. So they rush, they run in there and shit. My mom comes in, she's crying. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck's going on, man." I'm like, what's happening?" My mom goes, "You need to relax. You got glass in your face and your head, so they're removing it. There's lots of blood. You just need to calm down." And I'm like, what the fuck is going? And then they're like rushing me, putting me in these machines and scanning all this shit. And I only got some stitches out of it, which is pretty amazing. And I mean, I was concussed.
Well, that's
and
good.
Some bad whiplash, but they fucking, I don't know, man.
Is that why you're a little stiff?
I was fucking pissed, man. I was like
kidding.
I was ready to beat someone's ass in that ambulance, but I couldn't move. And then they're like slapping me and shit. But what's weird is when I got into the ambulance, I said, there was a lady, right? I was like, "Hey, where's the lady that helped me out of my car?" And they're like, "Sir, there's no lady." And I'm like, No. I'm like, "There's a lady. She helped me out of the car." Like, gave her my wallet and shit. And they're like, "Sir, when the paramedics got there, you were out. You were leaning over. There's blood. Like you were out. There's no woman." And I said, No. There was a woman. There was a woman. She helped me out of the car. I sat on the side of the road. I gave her everything. I told her my name, my phone. I gave her everything. Like, "Sir, there's no lady." I was in the hospital. I was asking she's like, "Sir, there's no There was no lady. So I don't know. Like, I don't believe in the whole spiritual thing, but there's some weird shit that happened. But my car got fucked up when we went, because it got taken
I mean, did you still have your wallet and stuff?
I did. It was still on me. It was in my back pocket.
Okay.
Well, they gave it to the cops because technically.
I mean, it could have been, you know, that little voice, hey, I should put my seatbelt on. That probably was God.
I don't know. I don't know. Some higher power saying, look, you're about to get into a real bad accident, okay? Because you've been fucking up. No,
well, it's a good thing you had that seatbelt on, man.
Well, yeah, because my passenger door was to my hip. And
oh my God.
When we went and looked at my car, there was just like, it was real surreal.
Right, that's crazy. You're like, no.
Well, when I looked, because there's blood. So there was blood everywhere, like all over in the car.
Oh my God.
Like there was blood all over the windshield. And then you could see where I was just like,
man.
that, because it was just like a puddle, like just a pool. Well, I mean, it was dried up at the time, but it was just a big ass pool of blood. And then I was like, man, this is so weird. Like, I got hit. The dude who hit me didn't even get out of his truck either, by the way. For anybody listening, the whole time he just stayed in his vehicle
and
called the cops. Yeah, like it's
wow.
cool, dude.
He was okay,
right? Like, you just hit me going 60, but don't worry about me. Yeah, like
wow.
he pushed me. I don't know. My car probably got pushed like, I don't know, maybe 30 feet or something.
That's crazy, dude.
I know. I don't know the whole God thing, but man, when I looked at that car, I was like, this is fucked up. Like, this thing is fucked up.
Damn.
It was weird. I don't know. It was a very surreal experience. It was the only experience I ever had, like, really being in an ambulance, like, where they don't know what the fuck is wrong. And then they're looking at me like, we don't know what's wrong. And I'm like, well, what does it look like is wrong? And they're like, well, you could have internal bleeding. And I'm like, I feel pretty good. I mean, you know, other than
take a little nap here.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel pretty good. And then I get slapped in the face. And I'm like, okay, who the fuck's slapping me?
Not feeling so good now.
Right. Now I feel a little bit. Okay. Yeah. It was weird.
Damn, dude. I've never been in an ambulance.
Not even... like, just...
Well, actually, I think there was a time when I was born. When I was born, me and my mom almost died, so I don't really remember that ride, but, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was the first, like with like a serious, where it was like super like, oh my God, we got to get him to the hospital as quickly as we can thing.
Right, that's scary, man.
And I was so out of it that I didn't know, so I couldn't panic because I didn't know what the fuck was happening, and I was concussed. I was so concussed. I was just like, I didn't know.
It's scary, man. Yeah, I don't want. Like, I want my kids to get their license and everything, but I'm like, I don't want you guys to drive when you're 16 and shit, man. Fuck. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just.
But see, if we have a boy, it's moments like that. Like, if that boy was in that bad of an accident in the hospital.
Right, and who knows how long.
Right.
For the ambulance to get there.
Right. So. And see, her Uncle Bryce wears a hemophilia bracelet. So if he ever got something happen, he was passed out, someone who came up to him they would know, oh, he's a hemophilia. We need to like figure this out now. But her Uncle David doesn't wear one. Her little brother doesn't wear one. So if something happened and they were passed out, nobody would even know.
Damn. But he should wear one.
But her Uncle Bryce wears one, which is smart. Like he just wears it all the time. It's just a bracelet. I think it says like his name. I'm not sure what else it says, but there's some other stuff that it says on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's fucked up. I don't know. Like, that was a surreal experience. I don't necessarily believe in God, but there was something there. I don't know. Some weird shit happened.
Right.
There was some weird shit that happened. I don't know. And then they fucked everything up. The cops put it in the paper, and they said it was my dad driving the car, not me. Wrote my dad, so I was the one at fault because I had the stop sign.
Oh, okay.
So it was my fault. And we didn't have insurance on the car. So it cost $15,000 to fix his truck. That's it, right? Wow. I was like, wow, $15,000, that's not that bad. But I had to pay it. Well, my parents started paying it, and when I turned 18, I took over the payments. But like, that was, I don't know, that whole situation was stupid.
Right, that's crazy, man.
I know. That was my only real, like,
So they fucking put your dad's name, and you didn't even get the damn...
I didn't even... Right, they didn't even... My dad gets a ticket in the mail. He's like, I wasn't even driving the fucking car.
Right.
And then he's pissed at me. He's like... And I'm like, I was just in an accident. He goes, yeah, that was months ago. Yeah. getting your ass beat now, okay?
Right, right.
Like this little sorry game. Oh no, that was months ago. You're all better now.
Yeah, don't give me that shit.
Yeah, you're all better. He'd say that too, because months would go by and be like,
You
Dad,
pull that card, yeah.
I was like, it was in a serious accident, and he'd look at me.
Did you clean your room?
Right.
Was it an accident?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
back. Yeah.
He'd look at me and he'd go, "It's been 3 months."
Check the calendar.
Yeah,
I got it circled.
yeah. I wrote it
Right
fuck
there in the
down.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know. That was the weirdest experience I ever had. Like the worst when it comes to like hospital. Well, I don't know. Not necessarily. I've had surgeries. I had throat surgery, but it took like a tumor or a cyst out of my throat that was
Okay.
wrapping around my windpipes.
Damn.
And then I had cartilage crushed in my nose. And
Ouch.
then a chunk of my lip got removed, so they had to do reconstructive surgery on that.
Oh shit, man.
So I've had a few different ones. The cartilage one was fucked up because they just crushed it.
Damn.
Like legit, like pliers, like just
Why?
because it was blocking. I couldn't breathe out of one side.
Oh
It
shit.
was, and then they stuck a cotton swab. I was like, fucking
Oh my god, ouch.
right. When they took it out, I passed out. I was out. They took that motherfucker out, and I was like, fucking sleeping.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I feel like the guy who did my throat surgery like got caught with cocaine in his office like months after he did my surgery. I thought. I thought.
Might be true because that's not just something you think.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then I was like, man, he did my surgery. He's probably
A.
all fucking hopped up when he did it. He's probably like, give me a whole
That's
thing."
why he did it so fast.
Right. That's
Fucking
why.
A.
That's why I told my mom there's a chance it could come back. He was just setting the date. It'll be back in 3 months. I'll get paid again. No. Yeah. They asked my mom if she wanted to keep it. They put it in like a water in the jar. And like, do you want to keep it? Mom's like, no, I don't want to keep
Yeah,
this
no,
octopus
Dahmer. I don't want to keep it.
looking. Right. Like, what am I going to do with it? It's not a fucking trophy.
Damn, dude.
I don't know. So I've had some weird experiences, but not like, no, I don't know. And I've done stupid things too, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole family's done.
We've all
shit.
done stupid
like
things.
your brother, didn't he knocked his, no, he didn't knock his front teeth out, right? It was,
I think it was his 2 front teeth
that was
and
at,
his lip.
that was at Sue's.
Oh
right?
yeah, trying to pop a wheelie. And he did. He popped that motherfucking
Yes, he
wheelie.
did.
And his 2 teeth in his lip.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yep, that was crazy because we had a family gathering down there. All the parents are at the picnic table.
Yeah.
Good old days, man.
We always had little family stuff out there, that was fun.
It was.
I
It
mean,
was awesome. And yep, he was on one of Mindy's bikes, and
for some reason I feel like it was.
I still remember it. It was like the white plastic spokes, the
Yes.
thicker ones,
Yeah,
and thought he'd be cool. And there was a big ass tree stump, and he thought he'd be cool. I'm gonna show off for these cousins real quick.
So I remember
Pop this
parts,
motherfucker.
but-
Yeah, he popped it. I don't remember him going into it, but I mean, you could only imagine if you got your 2 teeth.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You right in there, Bucky Badger. You know what I mean? So, or woodchuck, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. So he just stood up. I remember him screaming. And we're like looking around, like which kid got hurt?
Yeah, what happened?
And we look over, and there he is.
Yeah, I can see his face.
And there's his 2 teeth dangling by his gums,
Ooh.
by a string of his gums. So he must have
Yeah, because it
when
was
he,
like,
it must have ripped it when he pulled his face back off the stump. So there's his 2 little teeth dangling.
dangling.
And I'm like, I didn't even do nothing. I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
I'm just sitting there, and I'm like staring at him like, what the fuck is that right now? Something's dangling. I don't remember you chewing gum at all.
I don't remember you chewing gum.
But it was his actual gum.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't really remember.
screaming,
it.
crying. So I was like, and then it took me a couple of seconds, and then I was like, we ran over to the parents, and we're like, hey, and they're like, yeah, get up, man, go play. Like,
don't know. I
no,
can't remember if I was
no,
out
Jake
there.
got hurt, and I think I don't know.
I don't know. I can't because I can't really remember that.
So I don't remember. I think my mom took him to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember, how she, whatever. I know she was pissed, you know, but it took us a couple of seconds to even get their attention. There was like at least 3 of us over there trying to,
Oh yeah.
hey,
Well, I'm sure they were.
Jake got hurt.
sure they
Yeah,
were
go
drinking,
play.
right.
Yeah, they were. Go play. I know.
Yeah.
What? No, look.
Yeah, look, he's bad. And then they.
You know, what do
yeah.
you want? Looking at it, you know, he got hurt. Oh my God. You know,
Yeah.
and they're
Oh my
jumping
God,
up.
It's so. Yeah. I never really. Me and Ricky were competitive. When I hung out with Jake, I mean, I didn't really hang out with Jake like a ton. Ricky a lot. Like me and Ricky but we were super competitive. He was always a little dick face.
Yep, he always made
Little-
shit up, didn't he?
Oh my God. He was a
You made
trip.
shit up too, though, man. Because I remember
Oh,
we came to your house.
I've-
I don't remember where you lived.
I've made so much shit up.
Did you
like-
live in Broadhead?
No.
Okay, it
No,
was
we
some
never-
other.
No, we never lived in Broadhead. Well, we
Some
lived
other
we
house
lived
than-
we lived out at Sweet Minnehaha for a while, but that wasn't. It was like more Albany, I guess. Wasn't really Broadhead. We didn't like live in a house or anything ever in Broadhead.
Oh, okay.
We lived in Orfordville for a while.
These are mine. But yeah, so I don't remember where it was. I think it was like in
It could have been
another
in
town
Orfordville.
because I remember we drove like, you know, we drove a minute to get there, and then
Yeah, probably in Orfordville.
yeah, you're like, yeah, these people come out at night.
oh
They
yeah,
live in my attic, and I'm like,
oh fuck,
and
yeah.
you were like almost convincing. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's fucking lying right
Oh,
now.
fuck,
Like,
when
no,
I was-
yeah, they come out, and I'm like, no,
When I
no,
was-
they don't, dude. You're lying. You're like, no, yeah, they do. They come out, and I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I made listen when I was younger. I made shit up. But like I'll admit it. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I made that up 100%. You ask Ricky's like, I didn't make that up. That's
yeah.
fucking real. That
Yeah.
fucking happened. But I remember we were out we lived out at the countryside here in Janesville. We were riding bikes and we thought it would be a good idea. We'll make a jump. You know, put the bricks under and put the piece of wood and we'll jump over it. And we were super competitive. So we jumped, and then he's like, well, let's back it up a little bit, make it bigger. And I'm
I
like,
think
all
I
right.
remember that.
I'm like, all right, fucking do it then. So we made it bigger, and then bigger, and then bigger, and then bigger. And then it got to a point, and I swear to God, he was like, I already went. And I'm like, I didn't see you ride your bike over that.
He wants to see you get injured first.
And so
You know
I
what I mean?
fucking rode my bike, man. And I hit that motherfucker. And I flipped off that fucking bike and slid across the gravel, and I
Oh, my God.
freaked. I ran inside. I was like, ah! And my dad's like, what the fuck did you do?
right?
And I'm like,
They don't see if you're okay
know, I
first.
know.
They're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking
right.
kill.
And I'm like, and he's like, you shouldn't have been out there making them goddamn jokes.
Right.
And my mom's like, Gary, you know, it was funny. But me and him were always competitive. Like when we used to wrestle, and he's like, let's make it real. So I hit him with a steel chair, a real steel chair.
Like, what are you doing? You said make it
Yeah.
real.
And then we'd fight.
The only way to make it real is if
Right.
we really do it.
We'd really fight. He'd be like, you, and I'd be like, no, you, and then we'd actually argue, and then we'd be mad. He'd be like, I'm fucking going home, because he'd he'd sleep over for like 2 weeks straight.
All right.
You know, he didn't want to go home.
All right.
So he'd be like, I'm fucking going home. And I'm like, whatever.
Go home. I don't care.
And then we'd like sit in separate rooms for like a couple hours. And then all of a sudden, you know, he'd be like, you want to play some PlayStation 64 something? I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden we'd be fine.
All right. All right.
But
I know I used to, with my brother, you know, our grandparents, we used to, on my dad's side, they'd be like, put on a show. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let me
put on a show.
orchestrate this thing. You know what I mean?
show.
Yeah. Put on a show, you know, do something. All right, cool. Grab Gramps' cane real quick. We'll do a little show. All right. So we just go like,
Oh, you mean a show? I thought that you were talking about like a TV, put on like a TV show.
No,
Oh, you're
put on
talking
a
like
show.
like a Broadway show.
put on a show, some kind of show. So, you know, I'm like, all right, I got this. Grab Gramps' cane. We got it right here. All right. We'd go back behind there was a little wall by her front door. We'd go back behind there. And they were just sitting in the kitchen because it was the kitchen. And then like the dining room was open. So they could my grandma would sit there with her beer.
Yeah.
And she'd crack open a beer at 9 a.m. and, you know,
Oh, yeah.
make breakfast for us. And we'd wake up to the smell of bacon
And beer.
And she, you know,
Yeah.
she'd be drinking her beer. Thought it was totally normal. And we were young, you know, no
I
big
mean,
deal.
our family does that. It's pretty.
Well,
pretty
so, you know, and then so sometimes she'd be like, yeah, put on a show, you know. So we'd go back behind that little wall there by the stairs and, you know, I'm like, all right, we got to make it look real. You know what I mean? To Jake, I'd be like, we got to make it look real. You're going to walk out. I'm going to grab you with the cane. You know what I mean? And then we're going to, you know, whatever. And he's like, all right, Well, the only way to make it look real is I'm really fucking doing this shit. I'm
gonna
yanking him by his motherfucking neck because it can fit.
I'm gonna
My
really
little
do
king
it.
can fit right there. So yeah. So and I did that motherfucker hard too.
Oh man.
You know, he'd walk out and I'm behind the scene, you know, and I'm yank. I
bet.
mean, his legs are.
How old were you guys?
I don't even know.
He
I
was
don't even
probably
know.
young.
Like 9, 10.
Were you
maybe
guys
8 or
Were you
know.
guys living on Avalon at the time of this happening? Like
Yeah.
not in that house, but in
I
that
think,
time.
Yeah, I think we were.
Because I was pretty young. Like that was
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. So and then he used to get pissed, you know, and he'd always want to fucking quit, like a quitter.
He'd
He'd want to quit. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, you fucking
be
puss.
done.
Quit playing around. I said we got to make it look real, and that's, you know, I really didn't do it, but we had to make it look real.
Yeah.
And he's like, you really did, you know?
Really,
I'm like,
in
come
your head,
on.
in your head, you're like, I'm gonna get this mother.
Right.
Remember
Right.
when you played with my doll? Yeah. Well, we're making this look real, bitch.
You know what I mean?
He used
Had to
fuck
look
your
good, you
shit
know?
Up. I
And,
remember
you
you guys
know.
living on Avalon. Fuck, he'd look at me and be like, "Let's go get Kelly's dolls, and we'll
My
burn
favorite Barbie.
and we'll burn them." And I'd go, well, I'm like, well, you know, so I've never been in trouble, right? Never been arrested and shit. Whenever somebody was gonna do something questionable, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm fucking going home, bro. I'm not about to
Right.
get fucking. I mean, I did stupid shit. Like I did some bad shit, like drinking and driving and stuff. But like when they were like, listen, let's go to this person's house and fucking beat him up. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And then they'd get like 2 blocks away, and I can just see them. They're like,
Dinner time. I
they're
gotta
like,
go.
where the fuck did Nate go?
Right. You're just gone and shit.
Right. I just fucking.
Well, come on. We got to finish up this mission.
Right.
We'll get back
Well,
to him later. Yeah.
And then they show back up and they're like, where were you at? And I'm like, I was with you guys the whole fucking time. What are you talking about? I was there the whole time.
I was
saw-
right there when you guys did the thing.
Right. I saw you. You did the thing. And they're like, what did we do? And I'm like, the fucking thing. You did the thing. You did the one thing and then the other thing. And then we
Let's go. Let's go
Yeah,
Taco
fucking
Bell.
dipped out of there. Fucking there the whole fucking time. No, but I remember I was at your house and Jake be like, let's fucking. And I'm like, well, I don't want I don't want anybody mad at me. And he's like, let's just do it. And he
Right.
would. We'd fucking go out
Right.
back and that motherfucker would burn your fucking dolls.
My favorite
I think he
Barbie.
threw some on the roof.
I don't know where I heard the name, but I named her Virginity. Okay? Thought it was a great name.
Terrible.
Didn't know what it was. Didn't know what it was. I'm like, Virginity. Oh my God.
Virginity.
She had the best hair out of all the dolls. She's my favorite one. And I couldn't fucking find her for what I thought was months, but you know, I was a little kid, so I'm sure it was less than that.
Probably
But
days.
yeah, you know what I mean? Couldn't fucking find her.
He burned her up, didn't he?
She was on the fucking roof,
On the roof.
burnt from the sun.
That's what it was.
I mean, alligator skin. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You didn't even know it was her.
He would. He would, and it was. He loved burning your shit, man. Those dolls. He liked to. He out in the backyard. We'd like dig a hole. He'd like put it in the hole.
Like, fuck, man. Crazy shit.
I was kind of destructive too. I guess. I don't know. My mom,
It's boys for
mom
you.
would give me GI Joes, and then me and Ricky would play with them. And then I'd go inside, and she'd be like, "You broke the car," and I'm like, "Well, Ma, I was going down the hill," and she's like, "That cost $100." I'm like, "Well, I wanted it to look like a real army scene, you know, like it had to be real, you know." And
It
she goes,
served its
"Right,
purpose.
right." She goes, "Where'd you get the firecrackers?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Is that what those are?
Right? I didn't know. I didn't know you guys had fireworks in your room, in your closet. Yeah,
Under your
for 4th of July.
thing.
Sorry,
There.
didn't know that happened.
Right.
I did bad shit when we lived at the countryside. Like I did dumb shit. I did dumb shit.
But did you have any wildlife pets? I mean, we had a little munchkin or
No.
whatever you want to call it.
a munchkin?
You know, what do you call it? A little
it-
chipmunk?
Oh, it's chipmunk.
A chipmunk. You know what I mean?
I don't think we had any of those.
Yeah, we had them in our backyard, man. They had holes, you
then-
know? And I'm like, how are we going to get it out? If we want little Chippy,
Did you kill
we
it?
got to
Oh, I bet you killed
I don't know. I don't know if he ever died, but you know, we're like, fuck, man, we're bored, summer day. Let's do some shit.
it. You fucking terrorized this fucking chipmunk.
So I'm like, how
yeah.
are we going to get it out of the hole? How are we going to get him to come out? So then I think my
Water.
brother, just stuck a hose down
Yeah.
one side, and then they,
Jeremy? Jeremy was
Jake.
Oh, Jake. Okay.
Jake. So then he's like, we're going to get him out. I'm like, good idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Not.
No.
Now that you're an adult, you're like, you probably hopefully he didn't have any kids down there that fucking probably drowned.
Oh yeah, you probably killed him. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then you guys probably looked the other day
and
and
then
saw
we-
another one, but it was a different one. It wasn't the same chipmunk. Oh, you probably.
I don't know, but we caught him. One of us just stood with a bucket at the other
they'll,
end.
They'll try to come
and
out
then,
like
they will. Yeah, so like get
Unless
over
they
there
got
with the
if
bucket.
they got multiple tunnels, you don't know where you're.
Yeah, we just saw 2 holes, so
Yeah.
we figured,
That's what she said.
put the okay, put the hose in this end, and we get the bucket over here. So he comes out, And
That's
we got him like, fuck, we got to give him a bath. He's fucking dirty.
I got such a
Get the dish soap.
I got such a shitty fucking mind.
You know what I mean?
Such a shitty fucking. We put the hose in one end, we put the bucket in the other, and then he came out and he was just dirty, so we had to wash him off.
Dish soap and fucking, which we didn't really touch him because we were scared. Like, fuck, he's gonna bite us. But we'll put some soap in there, get some water, kind of wash yourself a little bit. Hopefully he was all right. And then and then we had that little fire escape by our basement.
Yeah.
The windows. You couldn't really get out of there.
Right.
I mean, we were supposed to put a ladder there and never did.
Yeah.
Had to just find our way up, and
I get,
but we put him in there, and we're like, all right, he's gonna live here in this little, there was dirt down there and stuff. We had toads down there, and fucking, you know what I mean? They'd bury themselves like, where's Toady?
Where's Toady?
Yeah, they bury themselves in the dirt, like, where's Toady? Fuck, now we gotta dig to get him out.
Where's Toady?
You're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be able to see you. You're our pet. What are you doing? Yeah.
And that
So then I don't know how we got that fucking gopher or whatever the fuck it was, chipmunk.
Probably a gopher.
I don't know how we got him out. He was real little, So I'm like, I don't remember how we got him out. I'll have to ask Jake. He might not remember either.
Jake was always into that. I remember I'd hang out with him. He'd be like, "Oh, touch this
he
frog,"
might've-
and I'm like, "Bro,
he might have died there. I don't know.
I'm not touching that frog. I'm
Rest
not doing
in peace
it."
to
And
Chippy.
Jake'd be like, "Oh, he pissed on my head." And I'm like, "That's gross. I'm not doing that."
I love frogs, dude. Frogs, toads.
Ugh, I was never into that shit. No, we had attack dogs. That's what we had. They always bit us. They always attacked us. No, for real. Like those.
That just lets you know that you guys weren't the best kids.
Oh my God, we had.
When the dog's got to put you in line, I mean, come on.
Well, not so much when my brother and my sister lived at home, but man, we got Taz when he was a baby, and then all of a sudden he would attack my mom's feet in the middle of the night.
And what kind of dog was he?
Springer Spaniel.
Oh, okay.
And he was a cute dog. And then I remember he just was mean. Like I remember I was on the couch one day and I just looked at him, and this dude looked at me and just bit my face.
Damn, that's crazy. Sounds
so-
like Raleigh.
No, he was for real. And then my dad didn't want to put him to sleep. And I remember we lived on Benton, so it was right off of Milton Avenue. And I wanted to leave the house. Well, to leave the house, this motherfucker, my parents wouldn't be home. This motherfucker would literally be outside my door just waiting to attack me. So I'd have to put pillowcases on my arms and go out and literally box this motherfucker until I got out of the house.
To get a fucking sandwich.
to get anything. He was just a
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and then he bit my brother and gave my brother I don't know, it was like 5 stitches, I think, in his lip. Or in his eye or lip, his lip.
Damn, dude.
And then that's finally my mom's like, you either put him to sleep or, I'm fucking leaving. Well, so we put him to sleep. And then, we had Gunner. He was a good dog. But then we had Jasper was the latest dog. He got put to sleep too. We had him in Florida, and then he attacked my mom twice in Florida.
Damn, what the
Attacked
fuck, dude?
my dad in Florida. Then we came back here, and he almost bit my dick off. Like no bullshit. If I would not have moved, he would have fucking. That's the area. He would have.
The latest when you just got back from.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
what the
we
fuck,
were at my
dude?
brother's. It was me, Haley.
What are you guys doing to them dogs,
my
man?
mom and dad and my niece were in the garage, and he attacked me for no reason. Just came at me, and almost if I wouldn't have moved, well, then he was looking around to try to go after somebody else. And I told Haley, I said, I'm gonna put him to sleep. So I'm gonna wrestle him, and I'm gonna put him in a chokehold and put him to sleep. And she's like, what if you get bit? I'm like, I'm okay. Like my adrenaline right now is so high, I'm not gonna feel it. You know what I mean? I'll feel it afterwards, but I'm not gonna feel it right now. And I was gonna kill him. I wasn't gonna put him to sleep. I was gonna just choke him until he just obviously wasn't breathing anymore, because he was trying to go after everybody else in the garage. And then my dad's like, everybody just get the hell out of here. I'll take care of it. Well, then
Damn.
he didn't get put to sleep, and then he attacked my dad while my dad was sleeping. My dad had to go to the hospital, and he bit my dad in the neck and face and everything.
What
and then
the fuck?
my mom
Did he have
called-
rabies or some shit?
No, I don't know. Well, Taz had a chemical imbalance, so they said they would have been able to fix it if we would have took him to the vet at a younger age. He would have taken medicine that would have
shit.
fixed it. And Jasper, I don't know what the fuck it was, but my mom called the cops when he attacked my dad. So the cops made a report, and then that whole thing went down. They put him to sleep. I mean, we just had mean fucking dogs. Well, Gunner wasn't mean, and I don't think that Zeus and Thor were mean. They were racist dogs.
Damn.
No, they were like legit. Like I wasn't really old enough, really, but I guess they didn't like people of color, like for real. And they weren't trained like that though. I think so. My parents didn't. I think those two dogs just like showed up at my mom and dad's house one day, I think, and then like They just
took care of
they
them.
just like kept the dogs. But yeah, they like didn't like people of color. Like someone of color would walk by and they would like fucking chew through the fence, man. And my parents were like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, why are you, you know, because
Right, what's going
like
on?
what the fuck?" Because they would like chase them, like they'd get out and chase these people, and my dad's like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing, man?" You know, he slap the fucking dog. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, they were racist. I mean, they were great dogs. From like I was really young. I was too young to really remember, but like they were good dogs from what, but they were racist dogs. So
Damn.
they were nice. Well,
To the right
only to
people.
white people. So you know,
Damn.
can't. I don't think they ever attacked anybody of color because I think they were caught before they could. But
Or they were just too fast.
I don't know. I think the person who, I don't think they got them as babies. I think the person who had the dogs before trained them that way, which is fucked up. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's a shitty thing, but you know. What do you hear? Static?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it's my shirt.
Oh.
It's being. I probably have static or something on my shirt. These are really like
Touchy.
This one is. Yours ain't, but mine's like this cord for some reason is like a really touchy I don't know, super touchy. I think it's like a little faulty or something right here a little bit. Which is shitty because these are like $100 headphones.
Yeah.
Is that your kid?
Nope. Well, my big kid, yeah.
Oh.
The grown kid, yeah.
The
Calling
grown up.
me. Probably, where are you? It's been 2 hours.
Is he at home with the kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he can go, you know what I mean? My daughter's almost 14, so she
watches the other.
Yeah.
She's the oldest.
Yeah, she's the oldest, so yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. If I can't have kids, I told Haley we'll just adopt an older child, 17 3/4. So then I got like 4 months with him, and then I'm like, dude, you gotta.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool if you think about it, because
you gotta pay rent or dip.
damn, it's fucked up.
Yeah, you're either. Oh, he's on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, have you seen that show? I forgot what it is. Where it's with Mark Wahlberg, and I forget the girl, but they adopt like
Instant Family.
Yeah, Instant Family.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I like that movie.
I like that movie too. It's sad. It was like, but it makes you think. You know, I'm like,
What is? It's like I told Haley, I'm like, man, there's so many kids in foster care.
Right.
Like, not like everybody when they go get when they adopt a child, it's always a young kid, something like a baby. But nobody adopts any of the older kids. Or if the kid has siblings, they don't adopt. It's not a trio, or it's not. It's just one. They only want the one.
Right.
So it's like, well, that's fucked up. Because like, what about the other ones? Like what about the other kids? Yeah,
right, that's sad.
No, it's a good movie. It is sad. I'm
sad.
all fucked up. My emotions, because I'm like, so I have seasonal depression, and then I have panic and anxiety. So for a man, my emotions are like fucking like I'll cry during a movie. I'm like, I can't do this fucking movie.
So do I cry to cartoons, Frozen. I seen Frozen in the movie theaters. I'm like, oh, we're going to see it, me and my kids. I was the only one crying, not the kids. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a damn G.
Like
why am I crying? But I think it's more like, I don't know, when you get older and you're just, you know.
I cry all like
ever since I had my kid, it's like now I cry more because it's like I think about like, oh my god, that's so sad. You know, their family. You know, I'm like my kids always make fun of me. They're always like,
oh yeah.
When the sad thing, you know, part comes on, they're always like, look right over at me. Mom's crying, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, you know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
Shut up or you're grounded. Like, well, why are you crying? I'm like, probably because it's sad. I don't know.
Because it's sad. I fucking.
Not because I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I'm like.
I cry all the fucking time. I always look at Haley and I'm like, God, I'm such a bitch. And she's like, you're not. She's like, it's fine, baby. You're just, you know. And like,
you're not. Knock it off.
Like whatever. Like I'm right. Like I'm cool with it. Like whatever. But like, we watched A Star Is Born. You know, and I was like, that got me all fucked up. You know, because what happened? And I'm like, man.
That was a good movie too.
That was a really good movie. But I think it was because it was like the whole depression thing.
Right.
And then it was like, you know, he was fucked up. Like he needed help, and like he didn't really like necessarily get like it was just, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, the ending, and I was like, fuck me. Like, God damn it.
Yeah,
I
that was
cried,
sad.
dude. I cried at some fucked up shit. Like, I'll go scrolling through Facebook, and then I watch these videos. I follow a page, and I watch these videos, and I go, and it's about this dog who, or a dog or a cat who
This keeps calling.
who who like didn't have a home and was like somebody just threw him out on the side of the road, and then this family picks this dog up and nurtures it and takes it back and helps it, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, this fucking dog, it's got feelings too, like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then I'm like trying to call my cats, like, get over here because I want to hold one of you little
Right.
fucks. Yeah.
On the show here.
Are you gonna send him a video?
Yeah. Just so we can see,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I know it's crazy. It's like, I'm like, cartoons though? Like, why am I crying to a cartoon? I mean,
watched-
it's a cartoon. I'm like,
When I watched Moana,
I love Moana.
I fucking love that movie. It's such a good movie. I got like a little bit. I don't know.
Cried to that. I mean, there's just
It's just because like I said, I got like depression and like severe panic, and I don't know. I think it just fucks with me because I wasn't like a super emotional guy before I had all that. Now I'm just like something sad. I'm like, I can't fucking watch it. Or even if it could be a funny movie, but if there's like one sad moment, I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, I'm a 30-year-old fucking. This is.
I'm a man. Looking in the mirror.
Right. I have to go to the. I have
like
to go,
that meme.
Yeah.
You are a man.
Yeah. I have to like go to the bathroom and like.
You're gonna dry your tears
Yeah.
before Haley comes in.
Yeah. I have to look in my pants. Okay. Well, there's. Okay. I'm a man.
That's the proof, right?
Right. I start getting
Wake
upset.
out of it.
I start getting upset. I go to the bathroom. Like, all right. I go back out there. I'm not fucking crying. As soon as I step out the bathroom, this is so sad. This fucking movie is so sad.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just like, I seen like, I think A Dog's Purpose with me and my daughter.
And right.
Fucking embarrassing because we're up in there. You know what I mean? And we got there a little bit late, so we're like, fuck. We got like the horrible seats. It was like all the way up. Well, I guess that wasn't so bad. All the way up to the back.
Is it in the Janesville theater?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think it was before they got all the new seats and everything, but we're all the way up in the way back seat against the wall, and we're kind of like at the edge a little bit. So, and then we're sitting next to this dad and his daughter.
Yeah.
And that movie's, have you ever seen it? A Dog's Purpose? Oh my God, It's so
No.
sad because it's like the dog, like, talking about like his journey and stuff,
Right.
and I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad.
so
I was
sad.
like, I was bawling.
Yeah.
I was bawling. I don't make noise when I cry. It's just tears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't make
So
noise
I'm like
either.
the whole time though. I'm like,
Right. Right.
and it's
my
like the guy next to me. I'm like, just don't look at me, asswipe. Mind your business.
Fucking punch.
Watch a movie, you fucking. Yeah.
Look
at the-
I'll fucking
yeah.
punch you in your face.
You ain't gonna cry like you don't like Benji.
I'll fucking punch you in your face. You
Right.
fucking dick. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I don't
so
know.
it's like I'm like and my daughter didn't even cry. I'm like, how the fuck are you not crying right now?
Kids
like,
these
straight
days, though,
up.
I feel like are just not.
I'm
they're
like,
not,
come on,
as, like sensitive or whatever. I don't know. We don't go to the Janesville theater as much. We go to.
Oh, you go up
We'll
to
go to
Sun
like,
Prairie,
Yeah,
or
we'll go to like Sun Prairie. Or
I never
like,
been there. I wanted to go there.
Or like a Marcus Theater in Madison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never been there. Wanted to try it, but
I don't know what's going on with this goddamn headphone. These are expensive headphones too.
Yeah.
God damn it. I don't know what the deal is with these making all kinds of fucking weird noises. It's weird. I don't know.
Did it do it before? Or is it just because I'm on here?
No.
It probably feels
it's so weird. 'Cause
Probably
it's
feels the
the
electricity that
weirdest
I
thing is
bring.
It's never done it. I've
Damn.
never had this issue. Yeah. 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 These are good. They're good headphones.
Well, who knows what Haley's doing when you're gone? Probably,
Yeah. I don't
cutting
know.
some wires up.
I mean, I hope that if one's fucked up, I guess I'll have to get another pair. But yeah, they're $100, so they're expensive.
Oh.
They're expensive headphones. I mean, they're not cheap. You know?
Right.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's just something that's interfering with it. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, they can be touchy. You know what I mean? When you're working with, when you got like wires and shit, and someone's touching something else, and I'm gonna try something. Oh,
Switch them out.
yes, just so it's not crossed. You know?
Maybe did you twist that little thing?
Yeah, it shouldn't be this. It's probably just, I don't know, something with my wire. It's a bitch. I don't know what it is. I'll fix it when I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we go to the Sun Prairie one is like probably my favorite. It's so nice. It's
Is it really?
It's like, and you can drink, you know what I mean? You can get beer and, like last time we were up there, we had chicken strips.
That's
cool. Like while we were watching it. When we went to Sun Prairie, we had fries. We got fries and some stuff. Because last night we went and saw Jumanji, the new one.
Oh, cool. Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, it was like was it Marcus Theater in Madison? It wasn't in Sun Prairie though, but they're both Marcus Theaters.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they got like Janesville's chairs suck, so they're really terrible. They're not, even the new ones aren't good. Like they're like the ones up at the Marcus Theater are like super comfy reclining, and they're
Plush.
electronical, so like they're like everything's really nice. Yeah, so Janesville's okay, but they don't take care of it like at all. It's
right. People, have you ever went there recently? People have been fucking them up. Like I'll see like a broken chair out in the fucking hall, you know what I mean? Sitting there, I'm like, God damn, look at I'm like, fucking kids. I'm like,
yeah, they don't
have shit in this town.
They don't. Yeah, we were there 6 months ago. I want to say like right before winter. We went and saw a movie there because I didn't want to go all the way to Madison or Sun Prairie. And I was like the whole time, like the seats we were gonna sit in had shit spilled all over them, and then the floors were disgustingly sticky. And I was like, this is fucking gross. Like what, And then we're watching the movie, and then even the screen. I'm like, do they even take care of it? Like what the fuck, man? No,
Yeah, never been up there. I want to go up there.
Sun Prairie is really nice. The one in Sun Prairie is really. That one's probably my favorite. It's like super super clean, and you can order food,
Right.
like actual food. And then they have.
Right, I've always wanted to eat. I like to eat when I'm watching my movie.
Well, I do too.
I need comfort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want like fucking give me food. Yeah, I
mean?
like food and drinks when I'm watching a movie. So
it sucks when you got to try to steal a $1 burger and you got to try to
take
sneak it in there. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, how am I gonna get a Wendy's bag under my shirt? You guys got the candy, but what are we gonna? I tell my mom like, how are we gonna get the? I want to take my burger in. And she's like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, I want to fucking eat, watch the movie. She's like, well, why don't you just eat before you go? I'm like, because that's fucking boring.
And then you
know what I mean?
And then you're in there and everybody's looking at you and you're unrolling your Wendy's fucking wrapper and they're looking at you and you're like, fucking.
I mean, straight up, I fucking went to Dollar Tree and got those brown sandwich bags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, pack up 4 bags. We'll get,
it's
a big popcorn, and we'll just, kind of loud when you gotta open up the bag and pour it in. Go get a refill quick. We got 2 more bags to fill up.
I mean, it's expensive. Like, not to see the movie, but even at the Marcus Theater, their stuff is, it's pricey. Like, we got fries and like some gummy worms and shit last night. I think it was like $15 or something. I mean, it is expensive.
Yeah.
But their food is actually really good. And what's cool is you can like go and do these. I don't know if the one we went to has it, but I know the one in Sun Prairie, like you can go and you can like, they wait on you while you're watching the movie. So it's like you're chilling. It's like I don't know. That's
cool.
But it's really, I don't know. Those theaters are super nice. And then they got the huge, like the really big theater, I guess. I don't know. The screen's like the size of this fucking house or some shit. It's weird.
That's cool.
They're nice theaters, though.
I definitely got to check it out.
And the fact that you can drink is really cool. Like I don't drink, but if I did drink,
right, like the movie's gonna be so much better. You watch it again, you're like, I don't remember it. I think it was better. It was better last time.
I thought somebody threw
probably
up.
Probably I was tipsy.
That was you that threw up, you dick.
Still got it on my shoe.
No, it was nice. There was a lot of people in there though, so it gave me anxiety. I had panic. People were coughing and shit.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm like, because I'm like a huge germ guy, so I'm like, I started like breathing heavy a little bit, and I'm like, okay.
Was Haley got to calm you down, or?
No, but there was a moment where I was like, fuck this, I'm not sitting here no more. Because I can't, like, I get like, I'm super, like with the whole germ thing. So I'm a metaphobic too, so I can't like throw up. So like I get like, I can throw up, but like I'll throw myself in front of a moving car before I throw up.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Like if somebody looked at me and said you either throw up or cut your arm off, I'll cut my arm off. Like
just throw up.
Like no, like and the crazy thing is people are like, oh, but I bet if you were faced with that predicament, you wouldn't do it. And I'm like, no, yeah, it would happen. It's this weird fear. It's like the doom, the fear of throwing up. There's some sort of a doom. It's almost like death. It's just weird. I don't know. So, but I don't like sickness. These people, they were coughing and they didn't cover their mouth. And usually I'll say something. Like if we're in Walmart and somebody doesn't cover their mouth, I'm like, you want to cover your fucking mouth next time? And Haley goes, honey. And I'm like, no, they need to cover their fucking mouth. Or if they got kids and their kids cough, I'm like, you want to teach your kids some manners? I get mad.
Duraplast.
Yeah, dude, they get mad. They'll look at me though. I get pissed. I don't like it because that's how it spreads, man. Got to contain it to that, you know.
That's true.
I mean, I was already sick this year. You know what I mean? Haley's already been sick, but like just with colds.
Right.
But it was still like I was pissed off because I got a cold, you know, and you can't get a cold from cold weather. Like,
right.
You know, it has to come from somebody.
I know everyone's like, I'll take a shower, then, you know, get dressed. And sometimes I don't have time to comb it, as right now. I just took a shower and put it up. And I was like, I don't know where my comb is. So I'm like, I'll comb it later, you know. Yeah. So I go outside, you know, and it's winter. And they're like, oh, well, you're going to get sick. I'm like, no, not going to get sick. I don't ever get sick from my hair being wet and being out in the cold.
Well, you can't. Like, that's what people are like, oh, it's wintertime, you get sick. It's like, you don't get colds from winter. That's not, like, and this was my thing. Like,
wash your hands.
Like, I've said it before. Like, I'm that type of guy. Like, look, you're telling me, and I've said this so many times, I say it to Haley all the time. She's sick of hearing it. You're telling me that the flu only comes around one time a year, okay? That's winter. The only time the flu is here is literally during winter months, okay? You don't ever hear about it during the summer, okay? You can't get the flu from being out in cold weather. The flu is transmitted through coughing, through someone coughing, you walking through it, they're sneezing, you walking through it, saliva, you know what I mean? Or you touching a surface, right, and then touching your eyes, your ears, your nose, or whatever. So there had to have been one person, throughout the whole United States, one person that was sick, and he spread. So how did he get it?
Right.
Okay, the flu doesn't just, we're going to fly into the United States, or no, like he got it from something. And I think it was, I don't get the flu shots. I don't believe in the flu shot.
I think I got it one time before, and I didn't get sick for for a long time. Yeah, like even when my kids would have a cold and get sick, I wouldn't even get sick.
So when I was a kid, I got the flu shot, and I feel like they worked, but I feel like now they inject live viruses look, it can be a conspiracy, but it's great population control because people have to die, you know, and right, it kills the older people off. So, I mean, you know, so because it just doesn't just appear. I don't like this. There's never flu cases in the summer. There isn't. You don't hear about the flu, and the flu is not throwing up. It's just a respiratory infection, like for anybody who doesn't understand it. And then when you throw up, it's called the norovirus. So when you're sick, that's called the norovirus, which is only spread through vomit or fecal matter. So in order for you to get it, you have to either ingest fecal matter or vomit particles from another individual. So like I don't go into public bathrooms, and I don't walk by. I'm not a fan of public bathrooms anyway, but because most of the time they're just fucking dirty.
Right.
But yeah, it's like people have this weird, I don't know, people are like, oh, I got sick. I was out in the cold for 3 hours. And I'm like, you didn't get sick from the cold for 3 hours.
Right, you're tired.
Okay? Right, like who told you that you're, who's...
I know your grandma told you that.
Yeah, well, and that's probably what it was, but it's like, that's not, you didn't, you know? Or like, I've been around people like, well, I was out in the rain. It was cold outside. Now I'm going to get a cold. I better start my Theraflu. And I'm like, oh my God.
My knee's hurting. Looks like rain's coming. Come on. Yeah.
People.
You look out and say, shit, it's fucking raining. My windows are down. You know what I mean?
I hate it when people do that shit. They're like, I was out in the cold yesterday. Got the flu.
I want to wash my car. You know what? Let me call Uncle Jack. I'm going to see if hey, you have any pains in your knee lately? I want to wash my car, but I don't want it to, waste my money. Is it going to rain today?
I know. My dad does that. He goes, oh, my knee hurts. Because he's got a titanium knee.
Oh,
So
shit.
he says,
Strong guy.
So he says, my knee hurts. And I'm like, oh,
Here we go.
what is it? Is it a tornado? I just need to know because I'm going to pull everything into the basement.
Give me the go ahead so I can
Right.
get to packing.
Like I have no sense. I have zero sense when it's going to rain other than looking at the sky. Looks like rain. And even then I'm wrong.
All right.
I don't.
Looks like imagine that, a fucking rainbow.
Right.
No rain.
I mean, you can smell rain, like if it's raining across town, but my sense is nothing hurts. I'm sitting in the house and I'm like, is it fucking raining outside right now? I just washed the fucking car. I should have called Uncle Jack.
Right? Uncle Jack, he's good for everything, you know?
We don't have an Uncle Jack.
No, I made that up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's cold outside, so, that happens.
That does.
We have four uncles,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Randy, Kevin, Bobby, Ricky.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody asks me like, well, how many uncles and aunts do you have? And I'm
You
like,
always want to throw another one in. You're like, wait, what's the other one?
I know, I do all the time.
What's his name?
Like, and then I can't. I'm like, well, we have a lot, 13. And like, so you have 13 uncles and 13 aunts? I'm like, no, dumbass, 13 altogether. I'm like, well, how
9
many?
girls.
And they're like, well, how many uncles and how many aunts? I'm like, listen.
I don't know their
So
fucking
I'm like,
names.
there's 13. And they go, so you have 13? And I'm like, no, there's only 13.
You do the math.
Right?
I'm busy.
I'm like, and they go, no, but how many uncles and aunts out of the 13 do you
I
have?
don't know.
That's what
You know
I
what I
say.
mean?
So then I look at them like, I don't know. I have
You
five.
wanna call my mom?
Yeah, I'm like, I got like, I don't know, 3 or 5 or 6 uncles and I don't know, 8 aunts. And then they look at me like, that's 15. And I'm like, there's only 13, okay?
Listen, you're good at math. I'm not, but just get on my face.
Right. I get so mad because I'll tell
One eats worm sandwiches. One jumps off a thing and breaks his legs. The other one, he's not even a Christian anymore. He's a,
he's a Jehovah.
Jehovah. And the other one,
He's a
I don't. He's a
witness.
Bob Builder. I don't
He's
know.
a witness to everything, okay? I get so mad because I'll tell you, I got a big family. My grandma had 13 kids, and they'll go, whoa, how many aunts and uncles? And I'm like, lots.
Too many to know.
So then they'll go, well, how many cousins do you have? And I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Hundreds.
And they go, do any of them have kids?
No.
Right. I'm like, no.
We don't believe in overpopulating.
Right. I'm like, no.
We
don't.
just.
Right. Just no kids. No one has any kids. I'm like, no. I'm like, there's a lot of them. Yeah, quite a few of them have kids. And like, well, how many kids do they have? I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm like, are you the author? I'm trying to figure this out. Is somebody writing? Am I on a TV show right now? What's happening? What is this? Are we investigating?
Smile. You're on candid camera.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's like, and I get it. They're just interested because I'm sure there's, they don't hear a lot of times, especially if you're like Haley's side of the family, her mom's side isn't very big. So like when, like Matt, her uncle Matt knew Ricky. He hung out with Ricky and I think he hung out with Timmy and Rick too, when they were having.
Matt. Okay, yeah, I know Matt. Yeah, he used to hang out with Ryan.
Yeah. I always forget about him. But yeah, like I'll tell people they like have a small family and they're like, wow, you must love that you have a big family. I'm like, I don't know. I don't see everybody. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, we don't get together.
I mean, we used to remember the old town hall.
I know.
The
Out in
old
Afton,
one.
out in Afton.
That one was so cool. Remember when you were little?
And Christmas.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was so fucking
It
cool,
was
right?
awesome.
Like the downstairs, the parent, and then we
Yeah.
just got to run wild up
Yeah.
there in that gym. It was
All
like
the food.
the gym, and then like the stage. It was
Yes.
huge.
And then there was so many Christmas presents.
Yeah, there
and
was.
there was a big tree.
And you're like, fuck, I only got one.
like, it does suck.
There's got to be two under
I
there.
mean,
for me.
it does suck that, like not everybody gets together. And I get it's hard. Like, it's hard to get everybody together in a spot. Like, I know everybody has their own lives, and you got kids and you work and jobs and shit. But everybody's kind of on just different levels. It's weird.
Yeah, everybody, it's so different now.
and
Like, nobody sees in each other. Like, my kids wouldn't even know their cousins. Like,
Yeah.
if I ever seen them, I'm like, oh, that's your cousin, or I have a picture, like, that's your cousin. Like, that's my cousin. Who's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so-and-so's kid. And, it's
like it's, I don't know. It's weird. Like, and look, I'll be honest, they're just fucking up. You know what I mean? There's, you got to get their shit together. But yeah, I don't know. We just don't with me, like, I'm not around the family very much,
I'm not around the family, just like my immediate,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
family. And it's like, damn, dude, like, I want my kids to have those memories of, you know, their cousins. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it's like, that was like the funnest times ever. We had so many
Well,
cousins,
there's a lot
you
of
know?
them. There's
Right.
That's the thing. There's a lot. It's not like
So
there's
it's like,
just a
it was
little
so
bit.
much fun, you know?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot. I mean, I remember when I was. I tell Haley about it all the time. I'm like, man,
Right? You're like, oh,
yeah,
you know,
we
my
used to
cousins,
rent
all
the town
right.
hall, and everybody brought food, and everybody bought presents, and we just fucking ran wild. And I mean, it wasn't even just our family. I mean, like my sister would bring friends. I think that you guys had brought like some friends at one time out there during the Christmas party.
I
Like,
don't remember.
but it's like, yeah, that was great, and that was every year.
Yeah, that
was-
was awesome.
It was every year for I can't remember when it stopped, but
It stopped, I think,
I
like,
feel like when I was like 8, I'm 30 now, so like maybe I was around like 8 years old. Not
yeah,
sure.
I don't know.
But then Grandma got sick.
Yeah,
well,
then I know we didn't.
then
yeah,
Grandma wasn't doing well, and then I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. Nobody gets together. I know your sister tried to make.
She tries to set it up a lot at
know.
different times, and
It's hard because I think like
everyone has different schedules, and
when she did that thing at Big Hill, we were gonna go, but then she changed the date, and then it didn't work with us after because the first
I know. I
date-
think I got there and everybody was like gone. There was only a couple people there. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, like we planned it. We were like, well, we'll make something and we'll go. And then it was like the first date, and then I think she changed it the day before.
Well, and then it's hard because we don't know the weather.
Right,
When
so-
you want to do it so far in
So
advance.
it said
it's
it was
like-
going to rain, I think, on the day we were supposed to do it. It didn't end up raining on that day. But then I think that everybody else's schedule kind of worked with a different day. And it's like, you can't, it's hard because you can't.
We got to try to rent a place out. So it's like if it's too hot, if it's rainy. Like,
Yeah, well, that's the
you know
other
what I
thing.
mean?
Like, if it's fucking 9 million degrees outside.
And then it's like, damn, I got kind of kids that don't really work well with buildings. So it's like, I don't really want to rent that out. And then they kind of
it would be cool.
take a
I
chunk
mean,
out of the wall.
to get everybody together.
That would be cool. So everybody can, hey, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's probably like even your kids, they probably didn't know who the fuck I was.
No.
When they, I mean,
Right, who's that guy?
right? They're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
Looking at, oh,
You know?
it looks like a chump. Huh. Oh, fucking-
Who's this guy? Who's this fucking... Oh, your family? Okay.
oh,
We're related to him, okay.
oh, okay, yeah. And then they
Alright.
look at their brother and like,
Still a weirdo. No.
yeah, he's
Still a weirdo,
he's
no.
still a chump. Yeah, you look like you got wings, buddy. No,
All right. Oh, man.
we should. That I mean, it's
It'd be
hard.
fun,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's hard.
I wonder how much it costs to rent it out.
Well, the new town hall is out. It's out like
I think
off of 14 or wherever.
I thought there's still one out there.
There is one in Afton, but
But
I
that
don't-
one's just...
It's the
now
Afton
it's just,
Town Hall.
Oh,
I don't know if it was called the
Now
Afton
it's just-
Town Hall
I
when
think
we
they-
rented it, but
I think so.
It
They
probably
took
was.
it down and they just redid it. Where it's
rebuilt.
one
yeah, I don't.
layer.
There's no
you know?
basement or
Yeah.
anything. But
I'm
then
like,
there's
come on.
another town hall, but that's out on Highway A, out by like
don't know
the
that one.
countryside and stuff. Yeah, and it's not very big. The one we went to wasn't like redone. It was like older.
What do you mean? When we were kids,
Yeah.
that one was older, but
Yeah.
then they took it down.
Right, but it
They
had like
redid it.
yeah, but it had more than it had the basement,
And then it
like,
was just
right.
smaller.
Yeah,
I'm like,
now it's smaller and there's no basement. I don't think there's like a basement. Or,
No, yeah.
I don't think there's like a basketball court or whatever,
no,
or a
it's
gym
not.
or whatever.
It's literally just that big room
yeah.
and then the kitchen
Well, it's hard because like
and like a bathroom.
if you
know, it's
actually
like,
got people together, there's a lot of us.
right, that's why it's
I
like,
don't know
man,
if
where
we
are the
could-
kids gonna go? They're all gonna be just
Right, and there's a
scrambling
lot
around.
of. I mean, there's a
like-
lot of kids. I mean, everybody's got kids. Everybody's
Right.
older. They got kids,
Right, they're gonna need somewhere to.
and most of
play.
them had 2 to 4 kids. You know,
Right.
so and most of those kids are
Capacity. You're gonna reach that thing.
right.
You know what I
like
mean?
you got all the adults, and then you have the adults, aunts and uncles if they go, and then the nieces and
I
nephews.
mean, if we pitched in and rented a place, you know, you think you're not coming? I'm coming to pick you up.
if you. I don't know why everybody should just get together. You just literally say, "Listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it 1 year from now, 365 days."
I know you want potato dish.
And oh my god, we just
You know what I
made
mean?
that.
Did you?
Yeah, but we my mom, I think we did it with shredded hash browns because she gave me.
I love. I do mine like that.
Oh, do you? I
Yeah,
liked
they're
it.
fucking
I
awesome.
mean, I thought it
dude.
was good.
They're awesome.
But my mom usually I think does it with the
Yeah.
chunked hash browns.
That's how my mom does it.
I fucking love that potato dish so much. It's so fucking good.
Right?
Oh my God. We made way too much for just me and Haley. So I had to take some to my brother. And he was like,
Right.
oh my, I fucking, it's so, oh my God, it's so good.
I just made some for my friends at work, and they're like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And one girl was like, "This is like Cheetos." I'm like,
It's not like Cheetos. What are you talking about?
"This is godly."
It's so
okay,
good.
this ain't
I put
Cheetos.
I put extra cornflakes on top though.
Yeah.
I load the shit
And
out
you
of
put
that.
butter on it?
Yes.
Drizzle butter?
Yeah.
But do you drizzle butter on the potatoes?
So I put butter in so the way that I made it was I put butter in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
And then I put the hash browns in there. This is what my mom told me to do. Okay. So I put hash browns in there. And then we did the cheese, the cream of chicken, and the sour cream. And we mixed that together in a separate
with
bowl.
The cheese? You mix the cheese with it?
Yeah. Because that's what she told me to do. Okay. So then I mixed the cheese with it. And then we dumped it over the hash browns. And then I covered that with cornflakes. And then I drizzled I made sure all the cornflakes were covered in butter. Because that's probably not the recipe, is it?
No.
Really?
But that's a interesting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take like the hash browns, you put them in the pan and then drizzle butter on there.
Okay.
And then I started to do mine a little bit different. I'll put just a tiniest bit of salt.
Okay.
And then a tiny little bit of pepper. My mom doesn't do it that way, but that's just what I do.
Oh,
You
that'd be
can't
good.
even taste it.
I love salt and pepper.
You can't even taste it. It just, adds a little,
It does.
and then, you put butter on that, and then you take the cream of chicken and the sour cream, mix that in a bowl really, really well. If you don't mix it really well, sometimes you can just taste it'll just taste like
just one
a
or
warm
the other.
sour cream, not,
Ooh.
you know what I mean? You got to mix it real good and
Yeah.
then put that on there and then put the shredded cheese on top of that. Then the cornflake crumb. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I should try it that way next time we make it.
Your way's probably good too, though.
Well,
I can't imagine it being
that's like
gross at all
we
because
mixed-
it's like
we
those.
added a bunch of cheese and mixed the shit out of it, and then I don't know. It's just the way my mom told me to make it. I mean, it's good. I fucking love that potato dish.
So it's still crusty then, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
I fucking love that potato dish. So fucking.
right, the crust is like
It's so.
you're just like
I remember the first time I had it. Oh my! It's so because your mom used to bring it like when we get together, like she'd bring that.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody would bring like their dish.
Mm-hmm.
It was a couple people in the family that it was just come on.
You're like, what's in that thing?
It wasn't really
kind of moving.
But it wasn't really a dish. You just baked it. Okay, it's not like you made it.
Who brought the fucking cookies from Century?
Yeah, like who?
Man.
Listen, we know that's from Quick Trip,
I'll eat them anyway, but who brought 'em?
right? Like they're
You know
still
what I mean?
good.
Right.
Okay, but I remember. Oh, I fucking love that potato. It's so.
I know she has to bring 4 every time, and I think like if we had a family thing, we'd have to double. We'd have to bring like 6.
Even that probably
4
wouldn't be
isn't gonna
enough.
do it anymore. You know what I mean?
I stuff.
I got a big son.
Like
you know.
I don't usually overeat, but when we make that, I overeat every time.
Yeah.
I always eat way more than I should when we make it because it's so good. It's
Yeah, you eat your big chunk, and then there's like a line, and you're like, well, I gotta make
we
it
gotta
even.
even it out. Yeah.
I might as well, because that way,
So what I do is I'll eat
You
it,
know what I mean?
and then I go back out to the kitchen to, if we use a paper plate, throw it away, or a glass plate, put it in the sink, and then I'll grab a spoon. The spoon, I didn't throw my spoon, because we'll use a plastic spoon, and I'll eat out of the dish, for a minute, and then next thing I know, I'm like, gee, I just took like 50 or 60 bites. Whew. Yeah, okay, I ate another 2 pieces.
right,
Yeah, Haley's like, what are you doing out there? I'm like, nothing. She goes, nah.
right. She knows what you're doing,
It's so good.
because then you go sit down, then she does it.
It's so disgusting when you're making it, though. Ugh,
Is
that,
it?
That cream of chicken and sour cream, when you put that shit together, I'm just like, this looks like vomit. But then
You'd never know, like, oh my god, it's so good.
it's so good. So good. I'm getting hungry thinking about it.
I know, I want some. Might make some tomorrow now.
It's so good. We just made some literally days ago, but I could do it again.
Right, you can have that weekly.
Well, when we made it, it was like right before Christmas, or something, because the stores weren't open the next day, and we forgot to get ham, because I like to have ham on the side. You know what I mean? Just having, because it's good. That potato just goes with ham, but you don't want to put the ham in it because then it'll dry it out. But we didn't get any ham, so it was just the potato dish. Because what do you eat with it? Do you eat just that, or do you?
No, you make like that's just like a side.
What do you have with
You know
it?
what I mean? Like any kind of meat.
Have you had chicken with it?
Yeah, all the time.
Because we were gonna make chicken with it that
All
night.
the time, like barbecue chicken in the crock pot, or I'll just
I
put some
guess
chicken
barbecue
on the.
chicken would have been good, because we were like, well,
It's
we'll make
so
chicken,
good.
and then I was like, I don't know if chicken will go mesh with it.
It will. It does. It does. You can make anything with it. It's just like a side dish. That's just your side dish. That's just your potato. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you can have, some mixed vegetables on the side of that, and you know what I mean?
Because we didn't have anything. We literally just ate the potato dish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that too. But it's like, if I'm going to be this happy, let me add a little bit more joy and just put some chicken in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, I got my,
Barbecue chicken.
you're
would've
like,
been
chicken,
good.
all right. And then you're like, gonna take my bite of the, oh, I'm so happy. You know what I mean? This fills my heart with joy. Look at,
I remember when
you're like, fuck, I'm fat. Like, you know what I mean? Shit.
I used to get mad because your mom would make it, and your fucking brother was like, he was like an animal.
Jake. It's almost like you got to give him a pan before you come, huh?
You gotta like, dude.
This is your pan. You sit in the back and eat it.
fucking A, calm down,
Let them
man.
have their, yeah.
I remember like she would make like, I remember I stayed the night. I feel like she made it when she was dating. Was his name Jeff? Lived in Clinton.
Ray.
I feel like I stayed the night down there one time. I feel like she made it, but she only made like one pan or something. And I told Jake, I was like, I don't know if this is enough.
Yeah.
Like it's just one, and it wasn't like
Right, you
was
ate half of it, and then,
like
and then what do I get?
it was like a smaller,
know what I mean?
smaller cake pan too. Like I don't think it was like a normal size. I'm like, there's me, there's you. I'm like, my mom's even here too. I'm like, then there's that guy.
What do I get? Yeah.
I'm like, and then your mom.
I wonder if he even ate it because he was a real health nut. You know what I mean?
I can't
He was
remember
a
if he ate it.
flaxseed, chia seed kind of guy.
And I didn't. I feel like that might have been the first time I ever tried it, because I remember I think I looked at it and I was like, this looks fucking gross.
like, what is that thing? That
I
burnt
feel
thing?
like it was. I can't fucking remember. So my memory is not that great.
Mine either. Since one of the Eckelbergs hit me with a bat in the head, still got the dent there, right there. There it is. So if the headphones are slipping, that might be why.
That's okay. You got a lot of hair
Is
up
it
there.
because I don't really remember much.
Is it okay?
What'd you say a minute ago?
Is it okay?
Oh man,
I mean, look, I took a lot of falls too. You know, I don't.
a lot of falls, but did you have a lot of hits?
I mean, I've got.
I think that was my first home run hit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I got hit in the head with skateboards and stuff. You know, I mean,
Only we were playing tennis, I guess, with baseball bats. So maybe that. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't like measure. I'm not good at like measuring. You know, if we're cooking, I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
Me either.
And Haley goes, honey, she goes, okay, there's you, and then there's me. That's it. Nobody else. It's only you and me. I think that's gonna be good. And I'm like, I think we should make one more. She goes, we're already making 4 chicken breasts. Okay, I think one more is too many. I think 4 is too many. And I'm like, you know, I don't think so. And we'll end up making like 3 cans of green beans, a big pot of potatoes, 4 chicken breasts. 3 days goes by. Yeah, there's a whole fucking bunch still in the fridge.
You
that
don't
we-
eat leftovers?
Well, I do, but Haley doesn't eat a lot of leftovers, so it's only left to me. And well, not a very big guy, so
Right.
I can only eat so much. But I'm not the biggest fan of I like certain leftovers.
Right. Yeah.
Like your mom's potato dish it's okay. The leftovers are all right, but I always have to add cornflakes. Like I'll add more cornflakes the next day because when you heat it up, they're not crunchy anymore.
Yeah.
It's still really good, but they're just not crunchy anymore. And then I like we make this. My dad makes we call it jambalaya, but it's like a northern style jam. It's just like chicken and sausage, like a smoked sausage with rice, and then you brown in it and cook it with green peppers and onions and stuff. And then add it all together. But that's good the next day. And then, but certain leftovers I don't like. Like I like cold pizza. Love cold pizza.
Me too.
Oh, cold pizza so Haley.
It is good.
Haley doesn't eat. She won't eat leftover pizza.
I'll eat it from the fridge, won't even heat it up, or just sitting on the counter, which you shouldn't do. But you know what I mean?
Like if you left it out all night.
Yep.
You've ate pizza that's left out all night.
Sure have. I'm still here.
You don't get sick. Doesn't make you sick.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Fuck, I leave a pizza out on the counter for 3 hours and forget about it. I'm like, do you think we should just throw it away, or do you think do you think it's just not good anymore? And Haley's like, no, it's good. You can put it in the fridge. It's fine. Just got sat out for a little bit. No big deal. Weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
I eat cold shit all the time.
Yep.
I'll just open the fridge and eat
Cold pizza's good.
cold rice, I don't know.
Oh my God. Cold rice? Okay. So
Like-
rice and corn? I don't know if your mom makes that.
Rice and corn, like a
Rice
white
and
rice?
corn mix? Yeah. White rice and corn.
That's racist.
Mix it together. So good. It's so good, dude. I don't know why. Like my mom always made that.
What do you
like,
mean? See, there's nothing else added? No seasoning? No
Salt, a little bit of
There's
salt
no
and
like
pepper.
butter?
Yeah,
No.
butter
So-
in there. You know
So
what I
you,
mean?
so you make white rice
Yeah,
and then you add a little butter
yeah,
and then you just add corn.
yeah,
And then so you heat
I
the
mean,
corn
you
up
cook
first
'em.
or do you
yeah. You cook them,
so you cook them
and then
separate?
you just put them together. The best thing ever. I could eat the whole pan of that just by
Really?
itself. Just keep going. I don't know. It's so good.
I'm gonna try it now.
It's so
I'm
good,
gonna
dude.
make it tomorrow. I got a can of corn up in the cupboard,
I don't know, man.
And I got
it's the
white
way
rice.
my mom makes it.
and I got what? And
It's
I got,
so good.
And I got white rice.
And Jake too. Jake, he'll eat rice and corn. She's like, "What should we make? You know, I haven't had a home cooked meal for a while. What should we make?" And he's like, "Rice and corn."
What do you?
Or she'll ask me
just
like,
rice and corn.
"No, like that's a side." You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
potato
okay.
dish, rice and corn, chicken. You know,
Just rice and corn.
yeah.
Weird.
It's so good, dude.
Well, now I'm gonna try to make it. Well, I mean, it's
It is, it's
I
so
mean,
good.
It's not like doesn't seem like it's a very
Right.
impossible recipe.
But I don't know. It's just so good. And
I mean, I
and
love
even she
corn.
thinks it's weird. She's like, "What? You want rice and corn?"
I mean, I can eat a whole can of corn. I can eat. I love corn. Corn is so good.
Corn is good.
What the fuck? When people listen to this, they'll be like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Rice and corn?
I know. When I tell people like, "What?" I'm like, "It's so good, man.
Oh. Well,
It's just so good." I could just keep going with that thing. Eat it right out of the fridge, cold. Like even cold, it's so good.
yeah, I like Haley doesn't. It
It don't have to be hot at all. Like,
she doesn't eat. She lives on cereal and toaster strudels.
oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's what she lives on. She's a fucking, I don't know, she's a tank. She is, dude. She's a tank. She just look at me and she'll go, I'm sick. I don't feel good. Well, she doesn't tell me, because if she tells me she doesn't feel good, if she's nauseous, it'll make me not feel good. So she normally doesn't tell me, but then I know because I've been with her for 11 years. So I know when she's not feeling good, and she'll just go throw up. And then she'll come out. She'll be like, yeah, better.
Damn, that's nice.
I'm like, you're a fucking beast. I'm fucking crying.
Yeah, guys, they can't. I'm sick. Oh, on the couch there,
I know.
shivering.
So
Make
when
me some.
When I was sick as fuck, I was sitting on the couch and I looked at her. I said, if I'm like this tomorrow, I'm blowing my fucking brains out. She goes, okay. It's a little like
Dramatic.
It's a little
You
dramatic.
need to calm down.
I mean, I was sick as shit. Like I was all fucking lightheaded and I was sinus infection. But okay,
dramatic.
Right. It was like, you're gonna get better. Like it's gonna
Right.
get better. And then she gets sick and she's like, I gotta go to work for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just stay home. You're sick. She's like, no, it's fine.
I got laundry to do.
I know,
Kids,
and
I
I'm
gotta
like-
take them to their practice.
Well, she's pretty. So I usually do, since I'm home all day, and even though I do a lot of that stuff. Like I'll do a lot of the dishes, vacuuming, laundry, just because if I'm home, why the hell shouldn't I? I mean,
right.
even though I'm still working, but because I don't have a boss to tell me I can't go take 10 minutes or 15 or 20 or an hour if I need to.
All right.
So it's like, instead of her coming home after 10 hours or whatever,
Well, that's nice of you.
it's just a nice thing for me to do. I don't know. My dad calls me a house bitch, so
Wow.
I know. I'm like, wow, thanks.
I'd call you a real man.
I don't know.
And more men out there should be like you.
I mean, she probably does more laundry than me. It's probably one of the things that I just can't fucking stand doing.
Oh yeah,
I
laundry.
fucking hate it so much.
I go to the laundromat. I have like 6 trash bags full of laundry.
See, that's even worse.
It is,
Because you have to go
but
to a laundromat.
yeah.
See, we have ours downstairs. He provides one for us and then her set.
Oh, okay.
So he was nice enough to have washer and dryer for the downstairs, washer and dryer for the upstairs.
Oh,
I mean, they're
okay.
not the best, but we don't have to go to a laundromat.
Right.
Which, if when we had to go to a laundromat, when we lived over here on Peterson, we didn't have a washer and dryer at the time. We would wait. It was like we would let that shit pile up.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
it's what you have to do.
because it was like,
You know
man,
what
I don't want to go to a fucking laundromat.
Yeah,
and I gotta
all,
sit
all the time.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would let it pile up, and then
Yeah.
we'd go there and we'd be like, fuck, we should have came here earlier. Now we got to spend more money. Now we gotta
Right. It's
spend
like
more money,
you
money.
go and then it's like I hate sitting there waiting.
Oh,
That
it
shit drives
sucks.
me bonkers. So it's like,
Well, because there's nothing to do.
let me go get something to eat, come back, switch it. All right, now I'm gonna go vacuum my car.
Yeah.
By the time then I can just fold it and go. But I have to sit there. I'm
You
like,
fold it
this is
there?
fucking yeah.
Oh.
I fold it there. All my whites like towels and rags and socks. I just throw that in a bag. I don't fold that shit at all.
Do you do white separate?
Sometimes yeah. But like some laundromats don't have like the bleach. I like to bleach my towels and rags and socks.
That are white.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I love the smell of bleach. Yeah, it smells so good. It's like, so clean.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
if you're you're into bleach, I suppose.
I'm into it. 99% clean.
Our fucking landlord just fixed.
You know what I mean?
We had a pipe that was busted. He had to cut part of the wall away under our sink and shit. Well, we put some shit on there and it stunk real bad. So I had to put a fan in the kitchen, and we have a kitchen door. Don't know why. We also have carpet. Don't know why.
In your kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I told him, like, I was like, oh, I'll tear it up. Like, I'll spend my own money and put, tile or, the stick tiles or whatever. But he wasn't really enthusiastic about it. So, but he came and I walked out there and I'm like, whew. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it's nasty out here. And he goes, I kind of like it. And I'm like, I bet you fucking do. You're right
was
up
it
in it.
bleach or something?
No,
or-
it was fucking
Oh.
like almost like,
Some
like
kind of a glue thing?
yeah, like a glue, you know what I mean? And he's just right up in there.
Oh, yeah, getting high.
Right. He gets up, he's like, I kind of like it.
Right.
You gonna be able to make it down the back stairs?
Right, you need some help?
Right. He goes, I should have been a plumber. Waving his head. I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully my sink works.
All right. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, it was a bad leak. Our downstairs neighbor was like, it's leaking through my ceiling.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I was like,
Damn.
didn't know it.
Do now.
Yeah. I was pissed. I had to do my dishes in my fucking bathtub. So mad.
Shit.
Well, I had to do them I washed them in the sink and then rinsed them in the tub. I was fucking pissed. I was so mad.
And you got to get it done,
Well, yeah. And then I told Haley, I was like, yeah, paper plates. Well, we use paper plates a lot anyway, so we don't have to do a ton of dishes. But
Right.
I was pissed. I was like, I was so mad. I was so mad. And then the walls here suck. You put a nail in them and they just crumble.
Damn.
So, so we
I
got
see.
TVs hanging on the fucking wall.
Oh,
Hopefully they
shit.
don't fall.
Right. Right. Fuck. You seen that thing where it's like, this is why you need a stud finder, and it's like the TV, and then it just peeled
Oh,
off the
yeah.
fucking. I'm like, damn.
So we have a stud finder, and that thing is an idiot. It just fucking I don't
Found
know.
some other shit.
Oh, it just thinks that
Found some treasure.
Yeah, thinks everything's a stud. And this house was built in 1950s. These studs aren't 16 inches apart. They're just wherever they want to be. Stud here, and then walk down the hallway, and then there's another stud. I don't even know how the fucking house is being held up. But I bought a new stud finder. It's got like a screen on it. So
Oh,
it'll,
that's
like,
cool.
So it'll like show you this
Oh, wow.
fucking stud.
That's high tech.
Yeah, because I was pissed because we put the TV out there, and I told her, I said, there's only 2 bolts that are actually in studs. The other 4 are not.
Damn.
But the TV doesn't weigh a lot. It's only 40 pounds. But so I was like, well, I hope it don't fall.
What can you do?
If it falls, well, there you go. There's a $700 TV just down the drain because we didn't, we don't have no protection on it. That was from Walmart too. Fucking assholes. They fucked up. First TV we got, fucking broken pixels. And then
Damn.
we went to Beloit and got that one. And they were like, well, we can't tell them to give you the discount because we're Walmart.com. And I'm like, it's all Walmart. It's all the same fucking thing. And they're like, "Ah," and then they were bitching. Then we bitched. And they're like, well, we'll give you a $200 coupon, but only this once. Because the first TV was fucked up. And it was $498. Originally $7, but it was on sale $498 on Black Friday. We ordered it. It took a month to get here because they fucked up and sent it to the wrong stores. Because it's Walmart.
Damn.
And then we get it, take it out of the box. Well, it doesn't get here. It goes to Walmart, the Janesville one. And then we have to go pick it up, and they put it in, a huge box. It doesn't make sense. We get it here, plug it in. It's got dead pixels, little red pixel, and then some dead pixels in there. So I'm like, all right, well, so then we call, and I tell them, I'm not taking it back to Walmart. I want them to pick it up at my house. So FedEx picks the TV up here. Well, they said, we don't have that TV. It's out of stock, and we don't know when we're going to get it back in stock. So we'll give you a more expensive TV and one that's upgraded for the $498. So we'll give you a $200 discount on whatever TV. You find one that's $600 or $700 or whatever minus a $200. So the one we have out there is an upgrade from the one that we originally got. Well, Haley's on the phone. She goes, well, there's one in Beloit. Can we drive to Beloit, get the TV, and then you just give us a coupon or something for the discount instead of us waiting another month for you to send another TV? And the guy goes, yeah, that's fine. Just when you get there, call us, and then we'll tell the customer service rep to put the coupon and everything in there. And I'm like, okay. So we get there, and the guy goes, oh, no, we can't do that because we're Walmart.com.
Or Walmart.com, Beloit.
Yeah, and I said, well, I don't understand. I said, it's all Walmart. It's all the same thing. And you guys told me that when we got here to Beloit, that just to have, call you the customer service, and then you would talk to their customer service rep. And the guy on the phone goes, oh, no, yeah, we don't do that because we're Walmart.com. And, he's like, we're Walmart.com, Walmart.com, all Hindu and shit. And I'm like, okay. So then Haley got pissed. And she's like, fuck, she started yelling on the phone. She's like, I fucking drove down here, got the TV, drug it all the way to the front of the fucking store because you said we could fucking do this. So then a manager gets on the phone, and she was American, and she was all mad. And Haley's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck?
Mad?
Right, bitch. Like, and she's like, well, I'm going to give you a coupon right now. I'm going to send it to your email, but I'm only doing it this one time. And Haley's like, okay. Like, we do
that's
this.
what we wanted.
Right. Like we do this all the time. You know what I mean? Like we go to Walmart and then we do this weird thing. So we go and then, so we show them the coupon at the customer service desk, and the lady goes like this. She goes, and I'm like, well, you looking at my fucking driver's license? Like, what's happening here? There's not a picture of me in there. like it was fake. I'm like, scan the fucking barcode in the email. I can't put a fake barcode in that's going to give you $200.
Right.
Well, I probably could if you were, really, good at, but I'm
good
not.
with computers.
I mean, I'm good with computers, but I mean, I'm not doing that. But it's like, so she scans it, and then she needs like a customer service to come in and like okay it or some shit, manager or something.
Right.
So the manager comes up and looks at it, and she's like, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, can we just press the fucking button, okay? Or I'm going to press the fucking button. And if I got to press the fucking button, okay, it's going to get real bad in here, okay? And, but it worked. And then we had to take it out of the box in the parking lot to fit it in our car.
Oh, damn.
So we were in the parking lot like a bunch of
bunch of hooligans.
Yes, we looked like hooligans who just ripped off a TV. And we're in rushing, taking the TV out of the box, breaking the box down to get it in the car. Because Walmart would have fucked up, man. They fucked up on the first one, sent it to the wrong store. They sent it to the Rockford store. So we called and said, can we just go and pick it up in Rockford? And they said, oh, no, you can't pick it up. It's being shipped to you. Well, I know, but it's not here. And you said it was going to be here. And it's in Rockford. So can we just go pick it up? No, you can't go pick it up. And then it took another week to fucking get here. I'm like,
damn.
What the fuck, man? Yeah, Walmart's,
I know. I heard about them. All kind of stories.
Well, it's been fun.
It's been fun.
But it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it's time for you to get the fuck out of my house. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
And that's all for the
And that's it.
Nate and Kelly show.
That's it.
I'll be back on, don't know when.
Be back on. She don't know. It's hard enough to get her here the first time.
I got here. I was only 1 minute late.
1 minute late, and you didn't even remember the address because you left the fucking piece of paper.
I couldn't control my dog. He chewed up my phone.
Don't let him chew up that one.
I won't.
Are you sure?
No. I'm not.
Are you sure? I mean, you say you're sure.
But I just corrected myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But viewers out there, we'll be back on again. Don't know when.
We'll be back on next year.
Over and out.
365 days.
All right.
All right.
That's enough for tonight.
That's it. It's fun stuff.
It is. So do you stop it?
I do, yeah. It's going to get stopped.
Oh. Okay.